music is wild. Hey, agents, welcome, agents, to strain 85-TTD of the 0 Point Report, the #1 broadcast all about the news surrounding the Secret World IP. Today is Thursday, October 19th, 2023, and I am Ocho, one of the hosts for this evening. With me tonight, we have Two-Ton Waffle.
Good morning.
There he is. Good morning to you, sir. And we have Jimmy the Rabbit.
Hey-o.
Hey. So, how are you guys doing now that Samhain is fully underway, however you want to pronounce it? Hey, Rin.
Doing the content.
doing all the stuff.
Doing the things, doing
The
them,
stuff.
The things, yeah.
doing them in top-down mode because reasons.
Why?
It's fun to see Jack from the top perspective.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you doing it on your top-down character, or just this time just for fun?
I don't have a top-down character.
You don't have a top-down character? Oh, you have a side-scroller character. That's right.
Yeah,
I thought you had
sir?
a.
How dare you assume my character's
Dimension.
Purpose.
Perception of the world.
Reality.
Oh, see, that person is walking around and their camera is all the way above them. How weird. I'm being very judgmental. What could I say?
Yeah. And frankly, I won't stand for it.
And nor should you.
That's why I'm sitting down.
He's sitting down for it. It's easy that way. But yes, Samhain is upon us here in the Secret World. Started on October 14th with the daily logins only taking a day and starting on the 15th. Sunday the 15th. Because if you're going to start events, why not start them on Saturday and Sunday? The best time for events to start in video games. It's returned for the 7th time in Secret World Legends. You did... You did, yeah. You gave a warning. Well, actually, you posted it on TSW DB on your TSW database account, so we got to see it there. Now to be like, wait, did you warn me? I know I talked to you. Did you warn me? Well, you warned me in just saying. Samhain approaches. that was the warning.
The writer approaches.
on the 12th, you said Samhain approaches. So yes, we knew it was coming. We figure they wouldn't just skip it entirely. That would not be.
That would definitely
whether
not
it's
be
going
on
on whether it's going on in the Secret World, I don't know, and frankly, I don't really care that much.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It is not going on in TSW? Okay.
I wouldn't imagine. I mean,
no, because they didn't do it last year.
They did the anniversary because it was, kind of special.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of like a BIOS request, I think, than anything.
Mm-hmm. You're like, hey, turn it on.
Oh no!
Okay.
I didn't mean to hit that button.
But I remember that being, was it last year? A lot of outlets were breathless. They were like, and since the Secret World didn't even have Halloween, and it was like, I don't think they had Halloween this entire time. I don't think they even had events going on.
No, they haven't.
Yeah. Like, the entire time.
Someone being a tool.
Yeah. I haven't think they haven't even had them since like, what would that be? 2016.
Back in the day.
When I wasn't a kid anymore.
2017. Yeah, 2017 is when SWL released, and it's like after that, it's like I think they just didn't do any events at all after that. Yeah, so the last one at TSW was 2016, right? So they were all breathless this past last year about being like, oh, even TSW didn't have Halloween. It's like they haven't had Halloween there for the past 7 years.
They probably just got, because they got the anniversary, they were like, is it gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get that. Like, I 100% get the that because they got one, right? Anyone that's still deranged enough to be over there. No fucking way, dude. I got Anima Pocket back to back. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry.
Oof. Oof.
This is not great for me.
Jimmy is of course playing on his no, I forget the name of it. Your Path to E17.
Free to play Road to E17.
Free to play, that's what it is. Or Road to
Yeah, I might have to buy a time extender for this one. Double Anima Pocket's rough.
So he is on his own channel. Also streaming. You are. And you can see him up in the little right-hand corner of ours going on up there.
Up there.
Currently doing a Dark Agartha run.
Yeah, we did Jack and Dark Agartha.
He did Jack.
Yep.
So I guess I should log into the game, huh?
That's funny.
I'm always a little late coming in. But yes, if you're joining us in chat, welcome. Welcome. It's always good talking to you all. Who do we got? Vomer, Rin. It's been fun to see the E17 free play since I'm still fairly new-ish to the game. New-ish? Really? Good to know people can on a free account, even if I'm debating becoming a patron for a little. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I only started this character like May 1st.
I've always said the patron here is actually very nice because more than anything else, it rewards you for actually playing in the sense that every single day that you play, you accrue a key. You accrue a lockbox key, which I haven't seen that for any other game. For their paid whatever to give them a lockbox key every day? No. I've never seen that with any other one.
I already fucked up. God damn it. Forgot about Frozen Heart again.
But the thing that, other than that, all the difference is really on like timers for when you can redo missions. I don't really think anything else is really that hindered. I think like, you don't get as much experience. I think you get an experience buff.
Yeah, but that's not supposed to be a hindrance, right? That's like supposed to be a buff from the patron. Like, right. It's not like as free to play you get half APSP. It's as patron you get double XP.
You get double XP, yeah.
Yeah, like, and I think that does matter. Like, I guess it's just two different ways of looking at it, but like,
it's semantics.
One, it matters because that's the way that they're saying that the benefit of you being patron is double this, right? Not that if you're free you get half, but also like presumably that would mean that it was balanced around the first, and you're going faster as patron, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which given the number of free-to-play runs I've done, I would say, yeah, definitely balanced around you not spending money. You can go way faster.
So you get, one bonus cash key per day, 20% bonus marks of favor, 10% bonus XP. So, right, even the XP is only 10% bonus?
But you get double APSP as patron.
Yeah.
So it's not
two times ability point and skill
XP,
point gain,
but you actually get double. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty significant.
But that's what I mean. It's not, the game isn't balanced around like thinking you're getting a double, right? The game is balanced
Right.
around the norm.
Yeah, 15% bonus anima shards, unlimited free anima leap and teleports. 1 dungeon key per day, 1 scenario key per day, 1 lair key per day. But I think you get that anyway.
Nope.
No. Oh no, these are special keys, right?
Yeah, those are the patron keys for the patron chests,
keys.
of which you only get 1 a day. But that's like where you. Wait, what the fuck? Dude, I have triple anima pocket. I don't think I've ever seen triple anima pocket.
But it's just a special key. So when you get into a dungeon and you see the one chest on the left and the one chest on the right, the one chest on the right is for the once per day, from the patron. Double healing potion capacity, 50% discount on healing potions, 8-hour mission cooldowns, and wherever you want auction house delivery. All that for $13 a month. It's not even $15 a month. It's $13 a month.
Joe, did you say lame? Oh, sorry. I thought Joe was talking about
lame.
The patron. I think he was talking about the triple anima pocket. Confused myself there.
So lame. Yeah, you can get exclusive cosmetics through the patron keys, and like I said, you get a lockbox key every day. So even if you just sign in every day, it's, you collect that key. That key is then yours to use as you will. Unlike me.
Yeah, the cash keys, as long as you claim them, you can stack them.
Yeah.
The other keys you have to use, you only get 1 a day, and if you don't use it that day, it doesn't stack.
Unlike me, I always forget to use my cash keys.
Well, I mean, the cash keys is fine because at least they accumulate, but the chest keys don't accumulate. That's what I was getting at.
Could be nice if people still pay for Patreon to release some new content. I mean, yeah, that would be nice.
I mean,
we always wish for new content.
I don't know. I don't think anyone really deserves it right now. I think you're getting cold in your stockings. Fuck you guys.
You don't deserve anything new.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Get out of here.
What I'm saying.
You expect something? Please.
What do you want, a handout? Like new content? Come on.
What is this? Socialism?
Socialism? I deserve edible candy coal, not the lump of carbon.
Well, look at this fancy pants person over here wanting a lump of carbon or edible candy coal.
Well, like the game isn't dead.
You go into those jacks. You see people everywhere. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's just you being salty, man. But I will say it's fair. If you're done with the game, that's fine. Please uninstall it. Like if you're done with the game, the thing I hate the most is people that just sit in the game and bitch. And they're like, but don't ever go anywhere. Don't ever do anything else. They just sit.
They're like, oh my god, there's nothing going on. It's like
I would rather people, if you're that over the game, just uninstall it. Do something else.
Just play something else. Yeah. Do you know how many different MMOs I play? Too many. Too goddamn many.
That's not a number, sir. I'm gonna need your references.
Listen, I can give them to you if you want. See, just this year alone, how many of these are MMOs? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Holy
5,
Jesus!
7, 8.
Dude, the focus fire shit is crazy. I should be playing this top down. That looks sick. I'm gonna have to play this anyways. I have 3 minutes left. I still have 2 bosses. This is not happening. fucking the first 3 bosses are all Anima Pocket.
We're gonna go for 4.
Anima
That'd be
Pocket,
funny.
Anima Pocket, Anima Pocket. Yeah, so this year I've logged into 11 different MMOs.
Why is this logging in? Do you actually play all 11?
Not well. No, God, no. Maybe 12. Actually, no, I think there's another one in there. 12.
Nope.
At least have one login per.
Oh my
I play
God.
at my own freaking pace, though. I play my own way. I enjoy the way I play.
Jesus Christ, dude, this is so fun. This has got to be like the worst goddamn seed I think I've ever seen. Triple Anima Pocket into fucking the Ghoul with Memory of Flames, Rewind Time, Purging, Wasting Disease, Time Loss Sickness. Like,
He's got the
oh my
worst rolls,
God.
huh?
Just, yeah, let's just
Get good, noob.
fuck you, dude.
Gatekeeper's like, nah.
I mean, Memory of Flames, I guess, isn't that bad unless it is. Like, sometimes those fuckers get like prescient and just all of a sudden are going everywhere you are. And you're like, you can't escape them for whatever reason. But like, Jesus. On the plus side, at least it's not Anima Pocket. It's like,
But that's not the same for everybody, right? That's not the
no, it's
part
the
of it.
same
That's
for
the same
everybody. This isn't a
So
challenge.
everyone
one.
gets Anima Pocket 3 times?
Everyone gets Anima Pocket 3 times. I'm surprised I didn't see anything on the Discord about this bullshit.
You're like, today's is bullshit.
Yeah, usually I would.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, maybe I just wasn't paying attention though, too. I suppose. Oh, I don't even think I have time to
freestyle?
beat this guy.
Freestyle's a Halloween dance? I had no idea.
It is? Or was?
That's what it says it is, under the emotes.
Oh.
Freestyle, Halloween dance. I guess that was one that they released for Halloween. I remember it was part of the party bags, of course. But yes, one of the reasons you should stick around in Secret World is because our community is awesome. Quite. Hey, Scratch.
And then you just put a shout out to Murin of all people. What the fuck is that bullshit?
I don't know who that is. Everyone's been so nice while I figure it out. Yeah, we've got an awesome community.
And
we'll have our
know
complainers, as usual.
And they're cool people. But you don't necessarily, because Mikey doesn't know who Murin is.
No idea.
So I call bullshit on that statement. Let's hope 5 minutes is enough. Extra minutes is enough time to deal with this horse shit. We're gonna do top down though, because I want to see the Anima Pocket with focus fire. That shit's gonna look like a pinwheel from up top. That'll be cool.
So you're using one of your mods.
Yeah.
That has top down, right?
Turn some stuff on.
Because I remember you did the what was it? You did I'm losing it. The jumping puzzle in King's
Custom Magic?
No.
No.
Lava Game. Lava Game.
Lava Game, that's it. You did Lava Game top down.
So yeah.
Yeah, Kingsman.
Yeah, the hard one for Lava Game was Side Scroller though. Side Scroller was fucking insane.
Which also looked cool. But I remember you did the top down one of that too, and that reminded me entirely of the was it GTA Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2. the original from like PlayStation 1. And they were just completely all top down. It's just like it had that same exact feel and vibe to it.
When you jump top down across in Dr. Gartha, the abyss yawns underneath you. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm like, oh my god.
So you can see in the upper right-hand corner Jimmy playing that right now. And it doing a Dark Agartha in top-down mode.
All right. Do I have time to grab this?
It's true. Vommer just really likes helping people. I mean, Vommer has a whole website dedicated telling you how to if you're stuck in the game. Basically has guides for you on all the things. TSWDB.
It's right there.
.com.
That's how nice they are.
Oh, god damn it. Really?
So good we even made it a command.
You know we'll always send traffic your way if we can. But yes, Samhain is now upon us in Secret World again. So we've got David Screed and off the top of my head, I never forget that. Well, we've got Cat God going on, right? Starting with Madame Roger and David Screed and
yes,
the Meowling
and Broadcast.
Meowling and Cat God. And
no. Meowling is Cat God.
Same thing, yeah.
It's only 2.
Where you go through the investigation part of it, and then you have the repeatable fight with Cat God.
Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy.
It's been nice seeing on the broadcast. You're sitting in random zones, listening to radio plays. Oh yes, those are amazing. And did I save that website? There's a website they got them all from, and it's basically
I have a YouTube playlist.
Internet Archives. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you complete the mission, you get the radio.
And you don't... Well, no, actually, they intend you to complete the mission like 3 goddamn times to get the radio.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. You can pick up 2 radios, pause the mission, go pick it back up at Screed's, pick up 2 more, and keep doing that until you get the last ones. So you can get it all in one playthrough. Because otherwise, if you just do pick up 3 radios, right, the mission continues and you can't pick up any more. So you have to pick them up the next time that's off cooldown. You know?
You don't need to do it 3 times. You only need to do it, twice.
No. What are you talking about? Do you know how many radios there are?
Oh, yeah, there's, 1 in every graveyard. 1 in every zone.
Nine radios, it's 3 times. You said twice.
Oh, no, I meant 3 times, yeah.
You said twice. I'm like, that's just not...
No, that's wrong.
Objectively not correct.
Here we go. Found the link. This is from the forums. If you go to archive.org /oldtime radio, that's where they got all of them from. And you have Death Robbery, Ghost Hunt, Northern Lights, Hitchhiker, House in the Cypress Canyon, Shadow People, Thing on the Forble Board, 3 Skeleton Key, and War of the Worlds.
Well, that's the one. I couldn't believe my kid read that correctly.
The Thing on the Forble Board?
Yeah, he was just like, Forble Board. Like, there was nothing. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's how you say it, right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that took me a second the first time I saw it. I was like, floor? What? You know? Like,
Forby
Forbleboard.
you got the radio. Dude, the radio is the only thing that could have been better about the radio is like, I think you can't like fight while it's playing or something. You can
Right,
sit and
because it
listen
takes
to
up
it.
your. Yeah.
It'd be cool if like it played and then you can, you know what I mean? Like
And
if
so
it played and you
play
could
and
do
basically keep
stuff
going.
while it's playing, that'd be fucking sweet. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
Let me see. Is this website still active? Yeah. It just goes to the website just basically goes to old time radio section of the Internet Archive. So you can look up the different things from there. But here, I'll also copy and paste the actual forum post that has all the names as well. Posted by Andy back in 2018. So if you want to look up the individual ones. Around this time of year, I always get into that sort of stuff. Like between this and like watching old Twilight Zone episodes.
Yeah.
I always dig it this time of year. I'll copy and paste. It's just pasting them just as straight, whatever. Format this.
Yay, impaired frozen heart. Fuck you, you werewolf piece of shit.
Forbleboard. It's fun to say.
It just rolls right off the tongue.
And that should be all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. That's 9 of them. So yes, that's always a good one. And then of course there's the hourly boss in Agartha where you can go beat up on Jack. Every hour, a little past the hour.
I was just waiting.
Every hour, 2 minutes after the hour. Precisely.
Mm-hmm. 2 minutes past the hour is your Jack session.
Nicely done.
Someone had to do it.
I
wasn't. I refused.
Please,
it's not a family-friendly show.
The yawning abyss. It's seriously the first time I did that. Like, was it yesterday? That shit freaked me out for a second. I was like,
But Samhain will be going on until November 5th. Pretty sure November 5th. Daily login rewards are the same as they have been. There is nothing new added. Day 6, they've got the Samhain Kitty. See anything else on here? Day 16, a Talisman Anima Imbuer. Improve any faded or luminous talisman to radiant. That's always useful. And then you got your AP, your SP, your distillates, your tachyons all going on in there. But I would say yes. You log in for at least 6 days or 16 days just for the login rewards. But you also get a pumpkin, a mysterious jack-o'-lantern that after you defeat Jack, you can then open, and it has all sorts of fun stuff inside.
Scratch, you are completely correct.
All
Waffle
sorts
told you
of-
there were no daily login rewards?
There isn't.
He can't see them.
They're not
They're
there.
hidden from him.
One day, you guys will figure this out on your own. Do your
That means at least
research.
go until the...
Wa-
your own
Waffle
research.
Waffle took the red pill.
Oh, you're right. Okay, no, that's only... Wait, 1, 2... Yeah, that's only 3 weeks. The 5th is only 3 weeks. 12th. 12th would be 4 weeks. That sounds more like it. 11th, maybe the 12th. Who knows? The 13th, maybe the 14th. We don't know. We don't know when they'll shut it off. After the event ends, they'll shut it off when they feel like it.
Yeah, when Andy comes back in the office.
Ooh. That
Oh,
was a
this still
5-way
running?
focus fire.
Maybe it'll get a surprise extension like last year. Yeah, who knows? We can go for an extra week. You'll stop receiving the pumpkins and whatnot. You'll stop getting all those things, but well, maybe not if you've collected them all. Who knows?
That reminds me, I had a question for Vollmer, actually. Did the extra pumpkins always, when you open them, give you like a bag as if you defeated Jack? Because I would swear they didn't used to do that. But I could be wrong. I might just not remember. Because you know how like
What do you mean,
normally
like, the pumpkins you get on the last week?
no, like you know how like once you've gotten everything, right? Normally your extra ones are just shards.
Yeah.
You know? Like for like say like the winter snowflakes or whatever, right? Like if you've
Yeah.
gotten everything, you just get shards. You know? Ooh, that looks so pretty. Whereas the Halloween ones, like the pumpkins, like on Jimmy, for example, right? Long ago gotten everything. I opened them and was like, holy shit, like it's giving me like the same loot as if you killed Jack. Like the bag that opens and gives you like cosmetics and stuff. So your extra pumpkins, like once you've gotten the normal like rewards that you would get in a row, actually gives you like really good stuff. Don't just throw them away or stop doing Jack. Like it's actually worth.
I want to say, yeah, the mysterious jack-o'-lanterns have always done that.
I just didn't remember because everything else doesn't work that way.
No, nothing else works that way. Yeah.
Holy shit! Man, I hope we get one more focus fire before this is done. Because it's Anima Pocket, there's so many turrets. And when there's focus fire, there's like a goddamn like Star Wars thing going on. Like there's so really many rays converging. Oh, that was the last one. Was it mentioned? Was it actually mentioned? I swear I looked and I didn't see it, but I might not look hard enough, to be honest. But I think I did pull it up. I remember I pulled it up today to help because someone asked in game that was new about like how they do the Halloween stuff.
Maybe because there's so many cosmetics that are given away.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I even just had I did Jack a couple of times already so far this year, and I even got a cosmetic I never got before. I was like, what? I'm still getting cosmetics.
I mean, to be fair, that's just because you're slacking.
True. It still needs more cosmetics. Listen,
I will say that fashionista achievement takes so goddamn long.
listen. Yeah, if we were to talk about that achievement, let me see where I'm at with it.
I have it on Jimmy, and even on Jimmy with everything from TSW, even including me like waiting like what 2 years, like making sure I kept spending bonus points and acquiring everything I could before the last transfer. Like even with all that, I still like had to like farm the goddamn
What would that be under?
thing.
Hmm.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. Where would fashionista be? Collections.
Maybe.
Collections. Oh, there it is. Clothing. Okay. Let's see what I've got. I have 859 pieces of clothing. Whereas to get
you got a little ways to
fashionista,
go.
it's 2,500. So I've got 34% way there. Desperately. Most of these cosmetics are just different colors of the same thing. Let's be honest here.
Well, that's what I was doing on Jimmy. When I did my final transfer, and I thought I would just get it, and I didn't. I was like, oh my god, I still have to buy shit. And so like, yeah, I was buying like every like cheap sandal bullshit thing I could find. You know what I mean?
You're like, I need the stupid pair of shoes, but I need them in every single color you got. Why? Because I need it.
Also, that achievement it gives the worst goddamn result. Like,
you get a black
stupid.
open leather jacket.
It's fucking just ridiculous. It is like an insult.
It is
for the
it's a
people that
slap
did
in the
that
face.
shit.
Yeah. Even for getting, well, if you get 500, you get a Harba BRSD straw hat. For having 1,000 pieces, you get gray fingerless gloves. And for
like,
2,500 pieces,
literally a title called fashionista, and you get a plain fucking jacket. Like it's such utter bullshit. Like you get a blood
doesn't even
stretch
say you get a title.
at Halloween. Like it's just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got it to get it, the achievement, like not for the reward, but I'm just like, this is the stupidest reward for this type of thing ever, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
You might as well give like a PvE award to like a PvP achievement, and you know what I mean? Like that's how like irritating it is. Someone be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Mine looks pretty bugged anyway, because I've completed, of the 5 parts of clothing, I've completed 3 out of the 5, and it says I've completed 0 out of 5.
Oh, that's from the transfer. You have to petition to have that fixed.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't.
Is it worth the effort?
Yeah, I think I'm all right.
I mean, I did. I got it fixed.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I think I screwed up.
Yeah, the word desperately need cosmetics. I think that's a little over. I'm sure I desperately need cosmetics. I got plenty. I got plenty of good ones to choose from. I got a couple of baller outfits. This Halloween fit I'm wearing right now was complimented on by Andy. In years past, we had like a costume contest, and I just showed up in this one, and he was like, "Oh wow, this one's cool." I was like, "No, that's just me."
It's like, oh, it's hideous. It's amazing.
Yeah, wow, that one's really cool. And I was like, I'm not in the contest. I was like, I'm just here. And then I have it. What makes it extra fun is I have it split with the golden guns, the golden dual pistols. Gives it a little extra flair.
I hate the creeping bullshit on Gatekeeper.
It's a look.
It's a special look.
One only a mother could love.
I forget if that was in Legends or was that in Original Secret World that we had that? I forget which one it was.
It was Secret World Legends.
That was Legends? I think it was, it might have been right when Legends started. Like very early on in Legends.
Because I remember that was my first outing with Beyond the Veil.
Okay. I was still relatively new as well, actually. I joined Beyond the Veil not too far before you did.
Mm-hmm. And that was the first time. It's like, oh, I'm running the whole show, doing all the text. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
yeah. This is the big event.
Yeah, that was a thing. That was
like,
there's a lot of
computer. Please don't crash.
Yeah, so at that point Andy didn't know me, so I was just like, no, I'm with them. He's like, oh
yeah,
okay.
it was both Andy and Nicole were on there at the same time.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Like the hammer eruption greeting.
I was one of the judges too. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah.
That was the first outing with Beyond the Veil.
I remember one of the best is someone made an Mbeta costume. That was pretty phenomenal.
I wonder.
I want to say that one won, or it was close to being one of the winners. Right, and then Andy made himself look like KG at the end just because. Yep. Mm-hmm. And we're like, whoa, they can change what people look like. It's amazing.
And thus the apocalypse began.
That's right.
It all went to hell after that.
Changing everyone. Now we have a mod that can do it. It's all good. So now we had that, and I'm trying to think of. Oh, but also, right, that was also when we also had Jared, as a member as well, and I think Jared was there for that as well. And what makes Jared interesting, and I still haven't actually reached out to him. I'm really bad about that. I'm just waiting for a good time. Is Jared is now the community manager, for the company that does the game. My memory. Dang it, I forget. Hold on. Yeah, Cult of the Lamb. Yes. Yeah, Jared is the community manager for Cult of the Lamb. He's gone places. So proud of him. But I forget who does Cult of the Lamb. Who is that? That is... Massive Monster? Sure.
I tried finding that particular episode, but I can't find it on the Holosuite Media.
No, because Holosuite Media was They tried to do a refresh not too long ago.
No, they still got some Beyond the Veil episodes on there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. That's can't find it. Damn.
See, we are at 6 minutes till Jack.
6 minutes till Jack time.
Get your Jack on.
So you can jack off.
Yes. Of course. It's the other news going on. The cosmetics from our Rumble in the Rasa event should now be distributed to all participants.
Woohoo!
I logged in and saw that, yes, we did have ours. So if they came to me, they should be coming to you. The Everything is True shirt, which is pretty baller, actually. What a great t-shirt that is. Because it just says, everything is true. I'd wear that shirt.
I'm just hearing that everything is awesome. It's awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
This is the first
Everything
time
is
that shirt's really
true.
been available. Here. Let me go ahead and put it on.
Yeah, put some clothes on already. Jesus.
Damn,
Gotta
man.
be. Sometimes you just gotta be naked.
I thought you were going to say, just got to be me. And then you went.
Nah. You don't gotta be me. Who wants to be me? No, that's fine. No.
Nah, this is gonna be naked.
I'm Batman.
Don't do that. Terrible idea.
If you can't be yourself, be Batman.
Yeah, I can't find it. Damn it. Oh well.
I'll find it. I almost made it. Everything is true.
When you're part
There
of
you
the bees.
500. Meanwhile, to the field we go. Keely.
I'm like, what the hell?
Coach, what have you identified?
What?
No, I just went to the Twitch homepage and of course, autoplay.
Oh, okay. There you go. If you zoom in, I'm wearing it right now.
Mikey slyly swaps
Enhance.
out to me. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. See, I like it. It's a cool ass shirt. It's a cool screenshot.
Actually. Oh, not that. There you go.
Jesus.
Hot. It's an advertisement. Brilliant. I love it. Then I disappear. Come right back.
You've been Thanos snapped.
And just like that, he was gone.
Poof. Gone.
Like a magician.
That was clearly a Usual Suspects reference. Sir.
And
Yep.
disappear.
Need to see your card. It's been revoked.
I never had one.
Oh, like your login rewards? Shut up.
Oh, what? What is this login rewards thing that you keep speaking of?
Log in rewards? Like a reward for logging in?
You should start saying it like Logan.
For
Logan.
for,
What?
for log
What
for
are
Logan?
rewards?
Logan. Yeah, I like that movie.
It was alright.
Rewards? Who wants to re-wear something?
I mean, that Hugh Jackman is he's a handsome fella.
That huge Jackman.
Huge Jackman.
I'm about to go see a huge Jackman right now.
Oh, look, it's almost Jack time.
A huge Jack time even. He's pretty large. Just saying.
He's up there.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
On
you
the
gotta
post
reach
I
up.
sent out, on the post I sent out for the show this time around, one of the images that I've saved, it was from, I think it was from the SWL, the sort of event that they had before the show, or before the game launched. What's that called?
The ARG?
Yeah, the ARG that they had before it
We got the
launched,
revenue stuff?
and one of the rewards was basically like, I don't know, like concept art, and one of the concept art they had was of Jack.
Ah.
Because the ARG was very Jack related.
Yes.
Oh, that's a great way to get views.
Oh man,
Instead of
imagine
Revenant
instead
concept
of
art? Do I
revenant
have-
weapons
do I
if they
have
were
that?
if they were Jack weapons.
Instead of the Revenant weapons? See, we got Jack
Yeah.
weapons.
They're Jack weapons.
Like Jack.
It's like a pumpkin launcher. That'd be pretty sweet, actually. We need like a rocket launcher like remix.
Do I have the Revenant one? Yes, I have the Revenant one too. And then they had one for the Scarecrow with a chainsaw. Classic monster.
Wait, are
Classic.
there? I thought that was just regular. Are there scarecrows without chainsaws?
Not that I've seen.
Dude, what the? Where is this? Where is this fool going?
In the tree?
No, he just like
Get away from me!
running around, running away.
Run away!
Also, I swear to God, it's more visually cluttered this year than last year.
I agree.
Yeah, there's
I
a lot of
noticed that
stuff
before.
going on.
It's these circular, these swirls. Oh, I'm a little late. I'm gonna get knocked off. Yes, I am.
Goodbye, everybody.
Whee!
I was a little late on the uptake that he was actually doing it.
I was waiting for him to do it. I was like, it's gonna be soon. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm stuck.
Where's my?
But I agree. Yeah, maybe just I don't know. Does it just feel that way? Like stuff just seems a little bigger.
I'm just wondering if maybe like since I mean I know it's been a little while since the rebalance, but maybe there's like just more. I don't know, like more people running builds that are a little bit spammier with as far as the visual effects or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, this is what top-down Jack looks like. Pumpocalypse looks cool because you can see all the circles go off at the same time, basically.
I mean, I know a lot of games are basically going to isometric as the view, but top-down is also a really cool view if you can pull it off.
I think that's the one that I don't remember. I know like Fox was like looking at trying to make that work, but I think we hadn't cracked that one yet.
Isometric?
Yeah, like we got side scroller, we got top
I can
down.
see that.
We
Yeah.
have underneath. We have underneath mode, the upside down app mat shit that I did for Tank Commander, but like isometric is a bit trickier to do.
Bottoms up.
Let's see. Oh yeah, see that doesn't do. That's not good here. Okay, this.
Yeah.
Because we're already on a platform.
That didn't work.
I'm on side scroller now, but my controls aren't set for side scroller, so this is difficult, to say the least.
Yeah, he's almost done. There he goes.
Wow. Bottom up. I had a weird name for it. I don't remember what it was now though.
Give everybody a nice parting rainbow.
You call it top down then bottom up hedges? Yeah, but it's essentially yeah, I don't know. I can't really try and describe that shit. It's ridiculous.
All right, so what are the chances I get something new?
Dude, Vollmer, the timing of that was ridiculous. Vollmer threw a flare at me, and right as the flare hit the ground, someone activated their horse sprint, the one that kind of explodes, the like lava horse that explodes up. So it's like Vollmer just threw a flare grenade that exploded into a horse in front of me. Timing was amazing.
Well done, everybody. Well played.
I don't think that was coordinated at all. Also, I found Harvey Lord Samhain Fall Esther. I wonder if they only come out on Samhain.
Like, I'm only a Samhain player.
That'd be an interesting idea
world.
To make a character that like only showed up during a certain event.
Like an only Christmas character.
Yeah, I could make like a Frosty the Snowman character or something that just melts and just doesn't get played until the next year. So whatever level he gets to, that's as far as he gets.
That's it. Yeah, that's as far as he gets.
That'd be kind of fun.
See if any of these I can collect. No, I cannot. Got the red tombstone backpack, red devilish face mask, and silver pentacle necklace. I've gotten that many times.
Krampus Salt. I mean, I already have a Krampus Salt because I have Icy Claws, but he just gives out Icy Claws in the summer. Could also make a Valentine's character that's only around for Valentine's.
Found Lord Samhain. I'm giving him my extra cosmetics. Do you want them? Take them. Take them, O Lord Samhain. They are yours. Just hit accept. Come on, dude. Just hit accept.
For the love of God, man.
Take them. They are yours. Delete them if you want. There we go. A trade was aborted. What? They're running away.
I think there's some
where the trade will be aborted. Oh.
if they don't have room in their inventory, it won't
right.
work. In no work.
Then let me give them like 2 items. There you go. Trade completed.
They're going to fill up their inventory, and then they won't be able to change their outfit because they don't realize they need a space free to change stuff.
That's right. That's what I do.
And they'll be like, "Oh my God, my character's broken," and then they'll quit the game. Look what you did. Look what you did.
I just made somebody rage quit the game.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Probably wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last. Jack 2 is down. Oh, nice. They got down 2 jacks.
Jack.
In the 10 minutes that it's open for, the portal opens. They got down 2 jacks.
Well, you can enter the portal at like minute 11. I think it's minute 12 it closes. Then you can continue for another like 20 minutes, I think. 20 or 30 minutes before
it
it
is and
kicks you
stays
out.
open for a while.
So if like 40 people, went in and like right at like say 10 after or something, it's either you can, it's doable. You can kill many jacks.
Yeah, we seem to have had a bump there. Stream went offline, came back.
What? Oh, I just dropped some frames. What the fuck?
Probably was a Twitch thing then.
Yeah, because you said your guys has dropped as well.
Yeah, it's just, I got the stream offline at 10:10 and then back online at 10:12.
I only dropped 108 frames. That's not enough for me to be offline for any significant amount of time.
No, but if it happens simultaneously, it sort of feels like a Twitch thing.
Yeah, it does. No, I'm with you on that for sure. Faux show.
Style, spooky dance. So other news that we had, one of the biggest pieces of news we had is that the tabletop RPG will be delayed. Star Anvil Studios posted on their latest October update. They said, "Greetings, backers. We want to update everyone on the status of the Secret World." Just the status of the Secret World entirely. We've had several unanticipated delays. This is everything from family issues to Funcom approvals and other unavoidable complications. What this means is that we will not have everything ready for you guys by the end of October. We plan to give you another update in about 2 weeks. And when did they send this one? When would that 2 weeks be? Let's see, they sent this on the 14th. So, a couple days before Halloween, 28th. So we plan to give you another update in about 2 weeks. We're currently working with our layout team to get basic layout for the core book finished so we can get it out to you guys. Here you go, Vomer. This one's for you. We'd love to hear your feedback, and we're looking forward to seeing any and all corrections you guys spot in the initial layout so we can correct it for the final PDF. So, open the floodgates for feedback on the tabletop RPG. That's the next step that we're currently pushing towards. We are still making progress on delivering everything for the Secret World RPG, and we are going to continue sharing information through regular updates like we have so far to keep you all informed. We at Star Anvil Studios are very grateful for your patience and your support. Yeah, so when we didn't get any information in the beginning of October, it was sort of like, yeah, I don't know if they're going to make it. They would have already said something by now. Because usually they give you at least a couple weeks lead time to be like, here it is, it's going to be sent out on this date, it's going to give this time and this time and this time. And so they weren't really saying that. So no surprise that it's been delayed a bit. I guess everything else was pretty much onto their schedule, and then things just kind of got off schedule. As it happens, as it does. In their September update, they said, "Greetings, all you wonderful people. We here at Star Anvil Studios are very pleased to report our progress this month, being September. We've had some delays, but we've also got some really good news to share with you. The intro adventure for the Secret World is named Stoneward Bound, and it is undergoing layout as we speak. Tombstone. I'm going to have to work on that word. In this adventure, you and your group of bees must try to save Watts Island from a sinister threat. The adventure is written by RPG veteran Daryl Hardy, who we've had on the show before. Also undergoing layout is the monster/NPC deck. The Secret World RPG audio drama is complete. It is called What's Under Danny's Bed. Danny with an I. So not Dufresne.
We say I know what's under his bed.
We know it's under his bed, yeah. And features a voice cast led by Secret World superfan Charlie Spicer. Secret World superfan Charlie Spicer. We're preparing the core book manuscript for layout and doing a final pass on the rules to make sure we've got everything in good shape. The plan is to get the core book into layout within the next few weeks. In addition to all the great Secret World news we have for you this update, Star Anvil Studios is also very pleased to announce that we are now the publisher for Accursed, a dark fantasy setting for Savage Worlds. In Accursed, you play as monsters created by a terrible curse, struggling to free the land of Morden from the domination of a coven of evil witches. It has a very Solomon Kane meets Hellboy kind of vibe. So keep an eye on our website if that kind of thing interests you. Yeah, I don't recognize the name either. Secret World superfan Charlie Spicer. Listen, I have no doubt that they are a super fan of the game. I just do not recognize.
I'm gonna need to see proof.
Yeah. By super fan, they meant high backer for the Kickstarter.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah,
that would actually make sense. But what I mean is, like, I might know them. I don't know the name. You know what I mean? But if there was a character name there,
it's true. You know? That could be their real name, and we'd never know their character name.
Yeah,
secretly,
I assume that must be the backer name. Yeah, that what Herman said might be the wallet name rather than the online name.
Yeah,
that's kind of my guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I only say just use my online name. It's fine.
Though, you know, I will say I can't profess to know every single person that's a huge fan of Secret World, right? Like there's definitely like pockets.
They could be a huge fan, right, without even playing the game or without even being active in the community. They could just be a really
no. I mean, they can play the game, but maybe they just play it by themselves or with like one other person, and
yeah,
like, you know, once a week on a certain time, and I just don't know who they are, never see them, right?
Yep.
Like you can be a big fan of the game and not necessarily do group content or any of that shit. So,
I mean, that's me.
Yeah, like if you were trying to find Mike in the game, good fucking luck.
Yeah.
You barely get him in the game for the goddamn show.
When I sneak on, sometimes Bomber sees me.
I'm
like, they run away. I know. Right,
but I'm just saying,
I
like,
do feel bad if we're supposed to recognize the name.
I have learned that, like, you know, they're called vocal minorities for a reason. Like, I know a lot of people that are pretty vocal in a lot of places, but it doesn't mean I know everybody.
That's true. Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, super fan Charlie Spicer. Okay, well, Mr. Spicer, or maybe not Mr. I don't know. Charlie. It's a androgynous name. Charlie Spicer, if you are out there, I'm great to hear this audio drama. I can't wait to hear it. I'd love to hear it. So when I first heard they were doing an audio drama, I was like, ooh, can I be in it? And they were like, no.
And
I think they were like, no, we already have a lot of people in mind, and we already have people already set out for that. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm too late for that. Okay.
And they said there was no way.
No way.
There was no way.
So it wasn't even like, well, maybe we can get you a line or two. You know, it wasn't even something like that. It was just like, nope, sorry. Everything's all lines are taken. We're all filled up. It's like, oh, okay, all right.
We're all filled up. I'm washing my hair. I got a migraine.
Yeah. Not tonight, honey. Not tonight.
Or any night. Fuck off.
Just know it. I'm like trying to throw them my acting resume. I'm like, here, take it. They're like, no, go away. Nothing impressive either. Like, you did a student project for some kid in 2001? I'm like, yes. Mm-hmm. You did a fake Volkswagen commercial? Mm-hmm. Yep. Be like, that's not what we consider experience. Like, but they paid me for it. That's good enough, right? So, yes. It's going to be delayed, and I guess we'll find out more information later. Now, this month, we wanted to hold off our show until something happened. Until the event started or we got more information. And so we figured first week wouldn't have happened, second week wouldn't have happened. So 19th. So we're doing a show this Thursday and next Thursday, the 26th. Now, what to do for that show, I think, is we haven't talked about yet.
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Crack cocaine.
The same thing we do every Halloween. Play hide and shriek.
Yeah, we could do hide and shriek for the next one.
I'm
That'd
always
be
up for
fun.
hide and shriek. Yeah. Maybe I'll try to get Tilty and get Tilty to come play hide and shriek. He said no that one time, but he seemed very interested. I wonder.
Oh man, if we could get like a Tilty Andy rematch, that would be amazing. I don't know if we can somehow swing both of them, but I don't like those two are insane.
I would say Tilty was one of and Andy,
Tilty
right? Because
was-
they had so much experience just playing it.
Well, I don't even think Andy was from experience playing it. Andy's just he just plays it like he's playing fucking Call of Duty or something. Like he's playing it very differently. People were getting like goddamn seizures on the on the stream because he flicks his mouse like crazy when he's playing. He's playing it like a first-person shooter.
Mm-hmm. Bomber says they played hide and shriek with the formless black void last Samhain. Was delightful fun. So yeah, last Halloween I was in Disney World. For Halloween, and we were sick as dogs. We were all so sick. It was fine. It was fine. It was fine. Let's see what else. SWL Roleplay on Twitter announced that today we moved the Secret World Legends Roleplay in-game profile add-on to a new server. This should not affect you, but please do me a favor and give it a bit of testing to ensure we do not miss any issues. So in case you're in the Secret World Legends roleplay community and you use the in-game profile add-on. Did you ever show us Disney photos? Do you want to see my Disney photos? I got them. Oh, I got them.
That was said in a very threatening manner.
Say, show us the photos or
Listen.
else.
Listen, it is kind of threatening. There are a lot of photos. Because I'm like the photographer of the... No, not photographer. That's a bad... I'm not even close to a photographer. I'm the chronicler of the journey. That's better. So, yes. You think I take a lot of screenshots in games? I take a lot of photos when we go places. You want to enjoy the Disney photos? All right, after this is done, I'll send you a link. Is there on Amazon Photos? I got them. And we go often enough because my wife's parents are like obsessed, and so my wife is kind of obsessed, and I enjoy it. So it all works out.
I'm obsessed with staying home and being comfortable.
They go. My wife's parents go. I think like 3 times a year, at least. At least 3 times a year. But they're part of like the. They have the timeshare. They've got like the whatever the timeshare package is. So they basically get accrue points, and then they use the points on any of the hotel rooms. So like, I think because the last time we went, we were all so sick, and it was the first time that my son went, and he was basically miserable the entire time, and we were kind of miserable the entire time. We still had fun, mind you, but we were all sick, so it wasn't great. And it was like 110 or something, so it was hot as balls, and we were all sick. We all had bad head colds. So they were like, so we'll try again. So they're taking us down in April again. So we'll try one more time. We'll try one more time. But this time, I think they invited us because they wanted us to wrangle kids. Because they're also taking my niece and nephew as well. So it's going to be my wife's parents who are getting up there, our niece and nephew, my wife and I, and our son. So we're like, yeah, we're going to be wrangling kids the entire time. It's going to be fine. It'll be fine. It's all fine. It's all good.
It will, in fact, not be fine.
Who knows? I'm just throwing it out there into the world.
Sounds like
Just
a
have it be
shit
fine.
show.
Just have it be okay.
At least it won't be as hot. It'd be cool in the morning, nice
In
and warm
April?
during the afternoon. Yeah, in April.
Okay. I mean, but we went in, like late October. And it ended up being like a heat wave.
Mm. Yeah, it's been nice for the past couple of days, pretty much all this week. Like right
nice,
now,
yeah.
it's 68.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. What do we got? Here it's 57.
I'll see.
I
That's
haven't
comfortable.
turned on our heat yet, and I refuse to. What's that?
I said I'm not old enough to talk about the weather,
Let's talk about the weather, man.
but that's not true. Like,
So how about the weather?
It's been cold lately.
I feel it in my bones.
that I can. I am old enough for that.
You're like, I do feel it in my bones.
100%
That's the
feel
weird
that shit in
thing.
my bones. That's because my bones have been fucked since I was like 10. So I've been feeling weather in my bones for a long time.
Let's see. Just go over some of the other news I picked up. Conan Exiles has a screenshot contest. Say happy Yogtober, everyone. It's the spookiest month of all, so light up those witchfire torches, bask in the full moon, and unleash your inner photographer in our new screenshot contest for a chance to win great prizes. The winners will receive a Conan Blood of the Serpent hardcover book, Hyborian Age poster, and 1 DLC pack of your choice. Upload your entry using a link on the forums. We will accept entries until October 25th, 2023. Entries submitted after this date will not be counted. Please be sure to double check the email address you enter so that we can contact you if you win. If you do not submit it through the form, it will not be counted. Good luck, Exiles. We'll announce the winners on the last night of Yogtober Zuthalloween. Sure. I still keep thinking of playing Age of Conan. Maybe then I might be more into Conan. I'm just not a fan of the mythos of Conan, I guess. They also had a live stream early in October. A
I was
cozy
really
live
into
stream of Conan Exiles.
the Conan cartoon when I was a kid.
I think my first introduction to Conan was actually the Conan the Barbarian spoof in UHF of Conan the Librarian. So it was like,
Well, I did like the Arnold movies.
that's the thing is, yeah, I never saw them.
What?
Yeah, don't you know the Dewey Decimal System?
How did you not see the Arnold, like, Conan, Red Sonja? You didn't see any of that shit?
No.
That's fucking sad.
I want to say, I kind of want to say my parents probably kept that
That's
from
like
me.
single tear down my cheek sad. Those were great. I mean, granted, I was much younger.
Yeah.
But I think I rewatched them. I think they were still like, you know, some stuff you watch when you're older and you're like, good lord, I was living under power lines eating paint chips. What the hell?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, why
do I
thought
remember this
was
being good? This is
Yeah.
not good. Why do I have memories of this being good? This is awful. But some stuff is like, you're like, oh yeah, no, this is just cheesy as shit, but it's still fun, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's where they fall in, right? They fall into like that.
Yeah, yeah. They fall
Yeah.
into that, like,
They're cheesy,
like
but they're all right.
kind of campy stuff.
The remake with Jason Momoa had some good visuals. I bet.
Were you watching it for the plot?
Yeah. But yes, Scratch. That's a line that's always in my head. I'm sorry, these books are late. Slices them in two. Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System? I love UHF. UHF is such a great movie. They also had a Twitch Drops campaign, which is now over. It was until October 12th. So watch at least an hour of Conan Exiles from now until October 12th to get your very own clan emblem wall banner. And but that's not the only one. That was only the first of 3. On October 26th to November 9th, you can get an autumn caparison, a nice covering for the horse. And then from November 23rd to December 7th, you can get a superior pike. The weapon. In their Twitch Drops campaign. And that one's like cake. Because all you got to do is just watch, for an hour each time? That's it?
Yeah, that's nothing, man.
Yeah, some drops you have to watch for like 10 plus hours. You're like, oh.
I just did
day.
the Overwatch ones, and it was like...
It was 10 hours.
Like 3 or 4 hours per drop, and there was like multiple drops.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 or 5. It's like, holy shit.
They've been doing some for No Man's Sky, where they'll be like, oh, we're having Twitch drops from like, you know, like Tuesday until Friday or something like that. And each day it'll be like, oh, watch for like, you know, a half hour, you get this, watch for another half hour, you get this, watch for another half hour for this, and then watch for 2 more hours and you get like the big prize. And it's like, okay, so that's like, like 3.5 hours. That's not bad. No, it's 3.5 hours per day. And each day they had something different. So when you tuned in on a different day, it started all over again.
Legends at Twitch drops once as a test. Yeah, but it was like it was Twitch content though, right? Not game content.
Yeah, they say they got a Psychonauts.
No, it was just, yeah, Psychonauts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a Twitch emote. Yeah, because what would be like, what would actually make it pop would be, you know, there's a cosmetic, like a really cool outfit or jacket or shirt or something that you only get from like, you know what I'm saying?
I know
You do
if you
that
link
shit.
your Twitch account, you got something.
Yeah, you can link your socials for like different rewards.
Yeah.
Um,
Like you got like a Twitch hoodie or a pajama set or something.
It's pajamas, yeah. Dude, I don't understand why people stand where they do sometimes. Like I genuinely don't.
Yeah.
It's like
because
what?
no
Why?
because no one has told them they're not supposed to.
I shouldn't have. They shouldn't have to tell you. I mean, okay, yes, some you should have to tell,
Yeah.
but some,
Some should be obvious by now. You're like, you play online games, right? Right.
well, no. It's like the boss always does this rush through. Why would you stand behind me? He's gonna rush through me into you, and then you're gonna get the effect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same every time. It's not like it's a variant that you don't see or something. I don't know, it just weirds me out. Like even like what I would like normally like consider, I don't know, like decent DPS, like they'll still just have zero awareness. You know what I mean? What is that blue flame? What is that?
Ooh.
Does he always have a blue flame? Dude, Herman, you just got to get better at seeing the swirls. Just gotta, pull the Vin Diesel and like shine your eyes. You know, like in like Riddick.
It's
Pitch Black?
family. Family.
That's a wrong franchise.
It's the power of family.
Oh, the rot is probably not great.
I forgot that I had a pirate costume.
How do you get eyes like this? Family.
Family.
That's a good one.
Like,
Scratch.
well, yeah.
I don't have 20 menthol cools to pay for the shine job. Clearly. This fucking dungeon has given me one talisman distillate the whole time. What a little shitter.
Savama reminded me, he said, don't forget Drina's upcoming announced RP events. Do I know them? So that they said that for this weekend's Play Anything, we'll be partying at the Franklin Mansion for Spooky October Part 3. So join me Saturday, 9 p.m. out at Eleanor's Mansion near the Blue Mountains on Solomon Island.
Drenith has an event going on. It's on the forums, like spooky spiders.
Oh, let me take a look.
He's farming spiders all day Saturday. Like literally, there's like Sinos for slots, just murdering spiders all day long.
Secret World Legends Community Corner.
Was it in the community corner? I think that's why I didn't see it at first.
Lava Game Champion on guitar. That was you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he put it in community corner.
General discussion.
Maybe. Check general. It's spooky spiders.
Spooky spiders. It sounds fun. Dreneth posted, they said, for some people, it's the 8 legs. For others, it's the 8 eyes. For me, it's the painful screeching noises they make while
Yes.
dying that haunts my dreams. Traditionally, spiders have been a forbidden word in SWL, and for good reason. They hold nothing but painful memories. Take him to the light. Oh, please, God, no. Have I really joined one of those kinds of groups? This Halloween, prepare to embark on some revenge while simultaneously developing PTSD. One could really ask for nothing greater for Halloween. Spiders are the candy that just keeps on giving. On Saturday, October 21st, there will be spiders, and lots of them. Prepare to embark with me on this nightmare as I attempt to kill as many as possible. I have enough to cause even the simplest of minds to crumble. However, donations during the event will be appreciated. Please review the following for times and event details. I will aim for 3 time slots with a minimum of 100 spiders per slot based on my current spider currency calculations. Now, by spider,
The regional
Yes.
spider. In
he's
Citizen
referring to the regional boss.
Yeah, and they make an awful goddamn sound. As do their babies.
Aspect of the many
it spawns
limbed.
babies that die as well, and it's just constant screeching.
550 spiders pledged so far.
Fuck you, game.
Let's see. Spider 1, slot 1, slot 2, and slot 3. Slot 1 he has for 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Why is he giving me Alberta, Canada? I don't know. 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to end at 11 a.m. for the first one. For slot 2, where he says 50% brain power, 50% trauma, will be at 2 p.m., 2 to 5 p.m. So the first 8 to 11, then 2 to 5. And then he says slot 3, I might only be using basics or a macro at that point. 7 p.m. Eastern Time to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Current spider currency, 570. They're up to 570. That's what the thread said. I was going off of what Anoliel said. Current donations, 9 swords, has given 50 spiders. League of Monster Slayers have given 50 spiders as well. And just participant donations, the other 210 spiders. This is mostly a first-come, first-serve event, but priority will be given to those donating spiders. Also, there will be some priority given to high DPS players, but only to the extent that is necessary to allow for relatively smooth killing times. That's fair. You may reply in this thread with character name and IP as well as preferred time slot to help reserve a spot. If anyone attempts to bring the spider to the light, they will be removed from the raid and their names will be stricken from the book, Templar or not. A 13-player instance will be maintained at all times. Should somebody leave, they can notify the raid and their spots will be filled. Unfortunately, I will not spend too much time moderating who fills the empty spot. It will be whoever makes it in first. So if you know who's in the raid currently, try to arrange a swap with them to increase your chances. AFK players will be asked to leave, and assuming there are always 13 players available to join, alts will not be permitted. AFKing for a fight or two to deal with some real-life distractions is fine. However, if I see your character not moving for long enough, I will assume your brain has turned to mush and are no longer a useful member of society. I will also be accepting Loomies and Dragons for this event due to the low population numbers in this game. That's about it. I'll update this as time goes on. Hopefully the date and times will remain set, but in the event anything changes, I'll notify anyone who has requested a spot. And there is time slots. I see Freeborn on there. I see you on there. For time slot 1.
Yep, I have set an alarm for that shit, but I gotta get me some signet shit, you know.
Mm-hmm. But for time
And do
slot
that.
1, currently at 5, it looks like. But there's a lot
Yeah,
of the unknown as well.
my wife works that morning, like morning to afternoon. So I'm like, well, I can get up early, feed the kids, and be like, let's go.
Spiders. Today's Spider Day, kids. Yay! You're still trying to decide what time slot you can do? Okay, fair. Fun. 500 something spiders. So, yes, at that rate, if you have 3 time slots and 570 spiders, let's see. Let's do the math. Just right now. 570 spiders, that's 3 time slots. So that's 9 hours. Right? Or was it? Let's see.
The thing is, too, is like spiders
11 to
fluctuate
2.
a lot.
So 11 to 12,
Spiders,
12 to 1, 1 to 2. Yeah, 3 hours each time.
because it really depends if you can glitch out the shield, or even like half the shield. There's ways. There's like it's a very tricky like DPS. Not and it's not even just like a lot of DPS. Like you
Mhm.
need the right amount. Not too little, not too much, to trigger a certain cast that you can then impair, and you can like skip the shield, and then you'll burn the spider in like, I don't know, like a minute or something.
Well, I mean, that'd be a good time because if you're doing 9 hours worth of spiders and 570 spiders, that comes down to 63 spiders per hour. So
Yeah, that's not happening. Even if you did it, even if you managed to skip every single one, like skip the shield, that you wouldn't do that fast.
no. So
You know?
that comes down to more spiders per minutes than you have for the event.
Well, not with that
More minute.
attitude. Everything's doable.
Like your mom. Boom! Got him.
Ooh, got him. It'd leave no time for anyone to even grab their loot. Yeah.
Yeah, but also you would literally have to be like skipping the shield every time. It's just not possible anymore.
No.
Like there was a time when you could double run the gadgets. And then you could basically almost always guarantee that you got rid of the shield, the one that you normally drag into the sun for. But
Okay.
they patched that. That doesn't work. You can still use the gadget to help like half the shield if you do it at the right time. Still do it at the right time. It's still a timing issue to even get it to remove half the shield. But especially getting the skip where you get rid of the whole shield. That shit's like, I don't know, once, if you're lucky, like 1 every 5 spiders or something, you'll like skip the whole shield. Otherwise, you're just sitting there burning through the shield for like a couple of minutes straight. I'm just like hammering the shield.
Just get rid of the shield.
Yeah, so I mean, everyone's always like, yeah, when you like skip it, when you achieve the right damage and cast timing and impaired, like basically it's an HP threshold thing.
Mm.
Like,
but it's impairing it at the right time to
Well,
go past that threshold.
So you need the DPS to pass, I think, the first cast, and then when the next one comes, you don't impair it too soon. Like, you keep DPSing, right, while the cast is going, and like 3/4 of the way through, like, you impair that cast, and then what happens is it should cast a shield then, but you've pushed the HP below the threshold, so it doesn't cast it.
Okay.
But if you DPS and you get the cast that you need to impair, and you do it too quick, you usually haven't gone past the HP threshold. You need to be DPSing while the cast is casting, and then impair it at the last second. And it's usually that timing. It's super tricky. I was doing it with some. I think even on this character actually. I think I was doing it, and we were trying.
You're trying your best.
Yeah, it was really tricky because you have like who you have for DPS. So like like I said, in just having all massive DPS doesn't really help either because you'll push too fast and then they'll skip a cast and go right to casting the shield. Like you need things to happen in a certain order. And yeah, so there it actually is the one place in the game. You know how the museum? Does everyone remember that the museum has gadgets, like those little summoning gadgets that are mostly useless? So there's, I think it's the Risen one. It has shields.
Okay.
Right. So like,
the mnemonic interrogator, says Anoliel.
Yeah, I think isn't it like a Risen warrior? Like it's like a Egypt mummy or something. Anyways, they the thing they do is they like they'll like half the shield, but I think they like have to be running. They have to their effect has to already be running when the shield's cast, because if you try and use it after the shield is cast, like it's immune to it or something. But if the debuff is on it when it casts its shield, I think it gets half the shield value. And what you used to be able to do is you would run two different colors of it. Like someone would bring the legendary version and someone would bring the mythic version, and you would run both. It would just delete this whole shield. Also worked on Machine Tyrant. Machine Tyrant's like reflex shield. You could just cast the gadget and it would just delete the Machine Tyrant shield. You didn't have to run it to the wells or anything.
Oh,
because it would go like half the shield. It would do double half. So instead of going like half and half and ending up with like smaller and smaller percentages or whatever, it would just go like there's half of it gone, and there's the other half of it gone. But they did eventually patch that. I think partially because it broke Hellraised. Like it really broke Machine Tyrant. Like it was Machine Tyrant's stupid easy if you can just delete his shield and keep him in a corner and like never have to do any running around.
Never have to do like the thing. I think
it also broke some of the other mechanics because of that. If I recall, I think he would skip phases or something. Yeah, but
that's based on the fact of him having a shield, I guess.
Yeah.
So unless there's any other events Adrena has, that's the only one I see posted that they've done, at least on their Twitter account, which I know is primarily how I see Adrena's stuff. Oh yeah.
I gained an item power.
Robbery.
Woo-hoo. Oh, I didn't see on my chat. Tom said, just make sure Jimmy is in the summon group to slow it down.
Hot Taco. I see Hot Taco waiting. There's 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Hot Taco. Just standing there.
Oh yeah, 6 minutes till Jack.
Oh, okay. Bomber says that they teased that they're going to have the Haunted Eldwick Ghost Tour this year, but they haven't posted an announcement for it yet. Should be on the 28th. Okay. Well, the 28th is when we're going to have our show next. Oh, no, we're not going to be... No, that's 9 days. What am I talking about? I don't know how to do math. I'll say we're not even going to be in Secret World if we're going to go play some Play some hide and shriek next week. I love a good hide and shriek session. I'll see if I can get Tilty. That'd be fun. Hey, Tilty. Wanna come play hide and shriek with us? I'll be like, I work for EA now. I'll be like, yeah, we know. Is that where he's at? Who knows? Sometimes they go move around so quickly.
I thought he was at it was Ubisoft or.
No, I mean, I don't know if he's moved on since then, but I'm pretty sure he was at Ubisoft.
Narrative director, Ubisoft Quebec. Yeah.
He's still there.
But he still has on his bio, at least on Twitter, he still has on a previous episode, game director at Funcom Secret World Legends / Hide and Shriek in his bio. So. Excuse me. Good old romaine.
Lettuce?
Mm-hmm. Love a good salad.
Mm-mm.
I just realized this is going to be really weird on my VOD. Because I think I have you guys on the sound channel that's not going to be recorded on the VOD.
Oh no!
Me talking to myself.
So basically, on the VOD, you're just talking to yourself. Yeah.
Just shouting random shit.
Okay. So until it's officially announced, Haunted Eldwood Ghost Tour, which is always fun. I always love that. The 28th of October.
I was like, who's this weirdo in the pirate costume? And then I was like, oh, it's you.
Yeah. I changed into a pirate costume.
That's funny.
I was like, I forgot I had a pirate costume.
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Some dude.
A crab. A hermit crab. Probably.
Maybe a sponge?
I'll say, well, with the Phillies in the playoffs this year, and we were like, how do we watch this? How do we watch? Because we don't have cable. So we're like, how do we watch the Phillies in the playoffs this year? And HBO was like, you sign up for HBO for a month, and they have like all the baseball championship games just as part of just signing up. It was like, oh, okay. All right, we'll do that. So on the side, we're watching all the games. I've also been watching Our Flag Means Death because that's on HBO.
That's a good show.
Oh, that's so cool. Yep, that was a good show.
Yeah. So I'm like, but I think, but I didn't even realize that they're still like coming out with like by week the episodes. Still going on. I thought they were done the second season, but no, they're like getting through that.
Huh.
But by the time it ends, by the time the second season and they've released the entirety of the second season, like we've still got like a couple more days after that until our 1 month HBO subscription ends. So like, nice. Yeah. Be able to finish out season 2, and then season 3 will come out in like 3 years.
Nah, I won't have the delay of the writer's strike. Should be fine. Wait,
I'm saying 2-3 years is like the normal time, really.
No, they don't take that long.
New shows these days? A little bit.
Yeah, it depends. Especially if there's a lot of post-production work for like CGI and stuff like that.
Like, I know that they've been releasing a lot of Star Trek shows, but those have been like, on like a 2-3 year schedule. But the thing is that they've been coming out with at least different shows every. Like 1 year it'll be Discovery, and then another year it'll be Lower Decks, and then another year it'll be something else.
This season 5 of Discovery, it's its final one.
Yep.
Yep.
It's the final countdown.
And Picard just ended as well.
Yeah.
But that was always going to be only 3 seasons.
Yeah, and it's still the SAG strike is still going on, the Actors Guild.
No, I thought they reserved.
Nope.
They resolved
The
that.
writers one.
No, the writers.
Not the
Oh,
actors.
the actors one did not. Okay.
Yeah. That's why Deadpool 3 is still being pushed off. It won't meet its release date. Oh, yeah, and then a couple other series are still on hold because of that as well.
He's doing it. He's doing the thing.
Oh.
So many people. To space. That was for Rin. Space.
Space. Space.
No.
Nope. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Nolio. That was probably a link. Was our last update just still like a middle finger?
Yeah, pretty much the studios were like, yeah, we're not going to pay you anymore.
Well, it's not just a pay thing, isn't it? Isn't it some of the same shit as the writers one? Like,
yeah, it's the AI.
Like, yo, you can't
writers.
just
AI,
AI me and then like never pay me again. Fuck face. Which is
Yeah, they're like,
legitimate.
that's-
Like, right, like
It's totally legitimate. Yeah, they're like that's some bullshit, isn't it?
because a lot of people are like, oh, like rich actors don't need more money or whatever. But like, no, they're talking about like actors that get like $20 a day. Like, oh, we're only gonna need you for the time it takes to scan your face, and then so there's $20, and we're never gonna see you again. But we're gonna keep using your face for the next 100 movies. It's like a background extra.
Yeah,
So that's the problem.
yeah.
The
And
problem
that is
isn't-
a 1000% legitimate concern.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not even that it's a
that's the
legitimate
thing.
concern; it's a legitimate reality.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they will do that. They absolutely will do that.
Well, yeah, because why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Like, legitimately, if you're like, oh, I could do this for $10,000 or $100, you're like, I'm gonna do it for $100.
Yeah, and that's literally what it comes down to. We would like more than 4 hours of sleep. Well,
Oh, sleep for you.
Yeah, so would
I
I, but I
mean,
got kids, so you know.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because a lot of their contracts, they have to do like press junkets, and they're like out for midnight, 1 o'clock, and then they have to be on set around 4 o'clock that next morning.
I have this.
all right. Let's see what we got.
You got nothing. You lose.
How many times do
day,
you have to
sir.
kill that thing before it stays dead? Ha! That's probably what the vampires in Transylvania are saying about you. You've been to Transylvania, haven't you? Sometimes there are too many of you to keep track of. It's been a busy period in recruitment, believe me. KG. See, I got more pumpkins. More jack-o'-lanterns.
Pumpkins.
Got a second Jack's head. I say second when I have a whole bunch.
I had a bank full on all at some point. I don't know if I still do. Pumpkin heads.
What did I get? I got the Tombstone backpack pink and the Monster Slippers orange. And I already did both of them. So, nope, no new cosmetics for me. That was the thing that surprised me is, right, I played the other day and it was like, what? Like 2 out of the 3 cosmetics it gave me, I didn't have. I was like, what? How?
Oh, shit. I'm in the wrong build. Oh, god damn it.
Wah, wah, wah.
And I would say, why? Why are they not? Why is the cooldown time period so long
On what?
of like, oh yeah, putting down like a decoration? And I know
Oh,
why.
that shit, yeah.
Yeah. I know why. Because if it was any less, people would use them to draw dicks everywhere.
No, that would never
2 or 3
happen.
minutes that they're not trying to draw dicks anyway.
Yeah, that would never happen.
I mean, it would happen, but also who the fuck cares?
Yeah, see, that's the opposite side. Is right. So there's a dick. So what? This is an adult game.
Have you ever
Maybe
seen the
tell you
loading
it's an adult
screen
game.
into City of the Sun God?
Sometimes you're gonna see things. It's fine.
Because once you see the dicks in that loading screen, you cannot unsee them.
For which one?
City of the Sun God.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I don't want to be seeing graffiti all over the world tree, even if it's graffiti and pumpkins. Pumpkin graffiti.
Yeah,
there was with
issues.
romantic cake.
There definitely was issues because the automatons used to stay forever on the Garza tree, but that was the big. Also, the big problem there was they just stayed forever. Like,
Yes, yeah, they didn't go away after a time.
as long as it expires, it's not nearly as bad.
No, like these, you have like 2 to 3 minutes in between when you can put one down, but then they expire in like 10 minutes. So
But yeah, like I don't know, it wouldn't be so bad like that you could like, oh, I can make a funny picture or something and then it's just gone in a couple minutes. Like even if you were being offensive, it wouldn't stay. The problem with the automatons that killed pets that used to stick to the Garza tree is back in TSW is they stayed. Like until a dev came and cleaned them up or the server reset. Like they just fucking stayed. That was the problem.
No, indeed. Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah, no, legitimately, like Bummer, like it's that people were doing stuff they shouldn't have been, like 1,000%, like, and not just like paying dicks, like there was some like bannable shit going on.
Yeah,
back with that shit for sure.
There's stuff a lot worse than dicks out there. Yeah.
Yes. Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. But also, if you remember,
Funcom but also those people should just be banned. That's the other thing too. Is like I feel like just in general, and I think it started to change finally. Like I've seen some tweets about it that I like wholeheartedly agree with. Is like I think some game companies are finally like getting to the point where they're like, you know what, actually, we don't need every customer. Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna be a toxic piece of shit and alienate the entire player base, we don't actually need you, and like we're just gonna get rid of you and have a healthier environment. Like I've been saying that for years, but it
Yeah.
looks like it's finally gotten to
Things
the
started to
point where
change on that front where they were
there's
like,
the toxic level is so bad they're like doxing developers and death threats and shit that they're like, you know what, actually, we're getting rid of you people now. But they should have been doing that years ago. There was this thing where they're just like everyone was like afraid of like people being like, I don't know, people not I guess not somehow affecting their sales, right? That's another customer that's not buying our game if I ban them or
well, that's what would
whatever.
happen is someone vocal, because it usually was someone in the vocal part of the community, would basically get banned, and then they would go on to Reddit or something and be like, I got banned. They like, pull out the fiddle and they'd be like, I got banned. The developers are terrible. I did nothing wrong, and they banned me, or I was just playing the game and they banned me. And then the
Well,
developers were not releasing basically what that player had done to justify it. And
well, I mean,
so,
even if they like for one, I mean, they don't have to, but I would say
but a lot of times
it's
it was affecting negatively because a lot of people were following the players for being as big as they
what.
were, and they were like, oh my gosh, they banned this player, and then it would affect them negatively.
See, I think even that still affects the minority. Like I
Yeah, and that's the
genuinely
thing.
think
That's the thing, right?
I
Is
think that was
it's
more inflated. But I
yeah,
think the companies got kind of bamboozled into believing that that was going to have like a major impact. It
right.
doesn't. That vocal minority, the people listening to that person and leaving because of them, is also a minority. Like that's
Yeah,
not your player base.
yeah.
You
Basically, what it
know?
did was it just created like sort of bad press for them, and they were horrified at ever receiving any bad press.
Yeah.
When usually the ones that came out that were like, yeah, you know what this person did, and they listed like some horrific stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. You should absolutely ban people for that.
And well, and
Oh
the other
yeah,
thing, the other thing that I see a lot is like free speech, free speech. It's like you don't understand what that means. Free
no,
speech just means the government's not gonna fuck with you. Not
yeah,
that like if you come in my house and are a fucking asshole, I can't have you leave for saying shit I don't want you to say.
yeah.
Like,
It's like no, moderation exists, and it's a thing. Yeah, free speech is just the government can't arrest you for it.
Well, it's also
yeah, like
you have free speech, but you don't have the resistance of the consequences of what you say.
Yeah,
It's not like just a blanket statement. Oh, I can say whatever I want, and no one can do anything.
no, I
Like,
legitimately had people like there'd be like people come on my Discord and they post something. I'm like, that's I'm not okay with that. Like
yeah,
and I would delete their post or something. They're
mhm.
like, oh no free speech, blah blah blah. I'm like, that's not what free speech is. You just came
no,
into my house and shit on my floor. I don't want
yeah.
you to do that, and I
You're like,
have
this is
every
this is
right to
my
ask you to
space. I
leave
can moderate it as I
and you to
want
behave
to. Yeah.
yourself.
Mhm.
Like it has nothing to do with free speech at all. You
Mm-mm.
dipshit.
And it's a not public like area. It's your space. Yeah, you're like
Yeah,
subletting it from
but that's my
Discord.
point too about the gaming
Yeah.
ones. It's like it's not public. Like it's that company's private like forum or Discord or
Hmm.
whatever, and they can
Yeah.
tell whoever they want to get off of there for any reason they want, and they should.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't
they
like you.
literally
Well, they
really
can
need any
say
reason. It can
goodbye.
just be for literally any reason they want. They could be like, nope, you're done. Get out.
And actually, in their contracts, they can get rid of you for any reason they want. It's just that they tend to not do it on the public spaces because of
Mhm.
that whole like and free speech entitlement bullshit. They don't want the backlash, but they're people have gone so insane
Mhm.
that they're finally starting to get it. They're like, you know what? Actually,
They're
our
like,
community would be
no,
healthier if we
yeah,
just got rid of these
these people
people.
are crazy, and now they're doing us damage. Rin says, I'm doing story stuff right now, so I haven't been able to tune in. But yes, agree, 10,000%. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh my god, that face! Holy shit! Atoon has it's like the ghoul mask, you know what, like from Nightmare Before Christmas,
Okay.
with like the huge eyes. But so they have hold on, they have the Egyptian hat, but then in the helicopter cinematic, I don't know if you guys can see this, but like those the helicopter cinematic turned to this person, turned to their eyes. It was just like, ah! Anyways, comment after.
Just know that headpiece does weird stuff.
Well, it's because like the headpiece you can see your eyes through it, but then they had the mask on underneath. So like when the helicopter cinematic, you know how in Polaris like it turns to one person and they like go like, "What's up to you?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it turned to them, and all of a sudden I saw the eyes. I was like, "What the fuck?"
I think the very first time I did that, like I was still relatively new, and the person that it turned to who did that was wearing like a horse head mask, and I was like, "Yep, that's what this game's about."
It's just, yep, Secret World.
That's Secret World. That'll do it.
I have a whole rant about Web 3.0 and how people are so unused to moderated spaces. Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody believes that, I can do and say whatever I want, no problem.
Well, they've completely misunderstood what exactly free speech, the definition of free speech is.
Yeah.
Because it has nothing to do with private companies. It's about what the government can prohibit you from doing, not what companies can.
And it's not even necessarily what the government can prohibit you from doing. It's basically what the government from like retaliation for it, essentially.
Yeah, because free speech is like, take for one example, is like, the government sucks and so and so should be fired, and it's like, yeah, you're protected from saying that with no repercussions. People might not like it, but that's on them.
But if you turn around and say that at your job or something, to your boss, you're like, "Oh, my boss should be fired," and this and that, blah blah blah. It's like, that's not an issue of free speech.
It's like context matters.
Yeah. And it's like, you can get punished for that because that is not the government coming down on you. That is a private space, and you are beholden to the company, and a whole bunch of other things that you have agreed to. So it's like, yeah, I mean, you could still like argue it, I'm sure, but
oh yeah, you can argue it until you're blue in the face, but it's like,
I'm saying specifically free speech is just protection from the government infringing on your speech, not from like that's why like Facebook, Twitter or whatever the fuck Elon's calling now, like, you know what I mean, like all that shit, they can delete your shit whenever they want. It's not it's not government regulated. It's a private enterprise.
And that's why a lot of people freaked out when Elon took over, because he was like, "Oh, I'm going to allow all these speech," and then it just turned into
free speech is awesome. But it's like, except for if you make fun of Elon, then it's like, then your account's banned.
right, yeah. So, or anyone making fun of him, all that's removed. Oh, I wonder.
There's some caveats in that.
Yeah. And it's like, people are like, yeah, because it's basically, it's not just who's the moderation, but it's who's doing the moderation itself.
Yeah.
And so people take a look at that and go, yeah, we're not comfortable here anymore. And then they move on somewhere else.
Yep, the secret is horse people.
Horse people. It's always horse people.
That's actually who controls the world, is horse people.
Over even smaller scale, forums, Discord servers, number of tantrums I've seen on, please don't insult what percentage of user base on this Discord. Yeah, blah, my free speech. Yeah.
Do you think I'm the U.S. government? Exactly. I knew you were the U.S. government.
You are.
Unmasked.
Everything is true.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, we're the Illuminati. Of course we are. Absolutely. Everything is true. Everything is awesome. What other news do we have? Dune. Dune is Funcom is doing a movie bundle 7-inch figure giveaway. Funcom is running a giveaway until October 30th of the new Dune Part 2 movie figurine bundle. Boy, did I write that weird in our notes. From McFarlane Toys.
Who writes this stuff?
I typed in figurine bunkdle from McFarlane Toys. To enter, share your memories of Dune with the hashtag Memories from Arrakis on Twitter for 7-inch McFarlane Toys giveaway. And then Funcom will be at TwitchCon this upcoming weekend in Las Vegas, starting tomorrow, the 20th, and going until Sunday, the 22nd. Tomek, Funcom's influence manager, Spinosaur, and Andy will all be there. In Vegas. Andy and Spinosaur in Vegas.
Look out. Look out, town.
Yeah, having a good time, I hope. I could have met Andy. I'm not going to TwitchCon. Lame. I'm sorry, Ren. I'm not going to TwitchCon either. I have been to Las Vegas like three times? 4 times? A lot of times. But yes. No, I'm not going to Vegas.
Well, I'm
Vegas
also,
this year.
because I follow a lot of people that are there now for pick up their badges and stuff. Is like Twitch really messed up on the logistics of the badge pickup. It's in the middle of a parking lot, no shade.
Okay.
In the middle of a desert.
Sure.
Yeah, and people waiting for a long time and no drinks or anything being served or water.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it's like 90 degrees.
We've been there in the middle of summer. If anyone goes to Vegas, I do highly suggest the, especially if you're staying on Strip, the buffet at the Paris Hotel is at least one of the best ones that we think is there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the Cosmopolitan did one. I don't know. I mean, it's been a few years since I've been there. I think it's still pretty good. Their buffet was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You get like bone marrow.
Yeah.
Their buffet.
Yeah.
like it was, and I just got like a plate of tiny desserts, like super fancy tiny desserts, like a whole plate, like all miniature ones. Like this is, I'm gonna try all of these because they're all super fancy and super tiny.
So Rin says, I used to do a lot of the convention routes, and TwitchCon I sold at a lot. Oh, as an artist. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, did you see Rin's stuff in the Discord at all?
No, but I'm not that up on the Discord.
Should look at the community content and then scroll past all my bullshit Twitch things and look for Rin's custodian. Picture.
Wait. I think I may have seen that one. I think I may have seen the custodian.
It's Rin in their character. Or sorry, it's Rin's drawing of their character and the custodian. I said that very wrong.
I think I know what you meant. Because I'm back through. Yes, it was you, Rin. Yeah, you posted it on September 22nd. Your character with the golem or with the golem, the
Custodian.
The custodian.
It's not
God dang it!
It's
not a golem.
Dolphin.
Yeah, we went and reposted that as well. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, Rin. It's amazing. We love it. We love all of our artists. Absolutely. Words, Vommer. You'd think I would know words by now, but no.
Yeah, but they streamed like drawing it. Like it was I was mostly working when it was going on, but I remember like it was really cool to like see it, sort of come together.
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal.
No.
Good stuff.
We lost a tune.
A tune.
Atun.
So well, we're especially glad you're enjoying the game because we love it. If you had not been able to tell, although I remember nothing, we love it. I'll be like, these giant
The big guys and
giant metal guys,
the mechs,
the geary guys,
the big clumps,
Wait, Geary guys, isn't that Illuminati?
the big clumps.
I hope you sure do if you're doing a podcast on it. Nah, it's just for the click.
It's for the clout.
No,
It's just
you don't have to get like a license to do a podcast.
Oh no! You know why we're doing this? So we can get into the Funcom content creator program. One day, they might notice
we'll
us.
Then we say like it's what you needed to do to be a part of the Funcom content creator package, and it was like, yeah, we're not reaching
A
any
lot.
of that. It's fine.
Yeah. I think it was like 1,000 subs on YouTube or.
Wait, let me find it again because it was in our notes last time. Code of conduct. Here it is. 15. Twitch concurrent viewership 15 in the last 30 days, which isn't that bad. Or 5,000 YouTube subscribers.
Wait, no, they did. Palmer.
I was gonna say this doesn't sound that bad. 15 concurrent viewers in the last 30 days. That's not that bad.
I think that's because we're not really like saying. I'm not gonna say nice things about it, but we're kind of like critiquing it.
We were like, well, we're not making that.
Oh
yeah, 15 is not too bad.
If all they're saying is 15 concurrent viewers over the last 30 days or 5,000 YouTube subscribers, it's a positive, passionate about gaming with a diverse community, active and healthy channel in good standing, currently creating content dedicated to Conan Exiles, Metal Hellsinger, and or survival games. I mean, 15 concurrent viewers, that's not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's doable if you're like constantly putting out content about the games.
I think
when I was streaming, I had something.
I'm not sure if you know. Did you guys know that Recursion's bubble is a 2D sprite?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Once you know when they're looking for it, you can tell. But like, I was in top-down mode.
Just faces
doing this dungeon in top-down mode, and I was like, wait a minute, where's the bubble? And it's like this thin line. I was like, what the fuck? Recursion's bubble is not a bubble. It's a 2D sprite that like faces your client.
Okay. So, I mean, it's a great cheat. I love it. Sometimes cheats like that.
Like, wait a minute. It's so weird that like Machine Tyrant has like a yellow shield bubble that's an actual 3D bubble, but Recursion they're like, nah, you get a 2D sprite.
Yeah, 5,000 YouTube subscribers. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like I have. It's so weird.
I feel like that's harder to get than 15.
It is.
It's easier to get follows on Twitch than it is subs on YouTube, even though they're both free.
Well, it's because it's kind of like I keep track of couple different creators in different genres and stuff, and it's like all they do is they do like Fortnite and Apex kind of stuff, and they're like horrible at it. Like the content's like people watch this, but they got hundreds or thousands of views, concurrent views every month or every 48 days. I'm like, how the hell are they doing that? It's because this is the genre that they're catering to.
Right.
Most of the people that watch it, like Fortnite kids or Minecraft kids, it's like, oh, you have to subscribe, so whatever. But everybody, all the other genres, is like, oh, we're going to be more not so free with our subscribe button usage.
Okay, so,
well, I think
I forget what this was.
I do think there's actually a good reason. I don't like it. I don't love it. Like that it is this way, but I think there's a genuinely good reason why not to subscribe on YouTube, and it's that it affects your algorithm.
Oh, it
Yeah.
absolutely does.
Like
yeah.
you have to really, really want to see someone's content
Yeah.
and want that type of content to be in your feed. Otherwise, like I'll just come back and find it like manually. You know what I mean? Like because you're like if I hit sub on this, then it affects what I see, right? What YouTube serves up to me. Whereas on Twitch, you follow someone, it doesn't fucking change anything.
Doesn't change
Right?
anything.
They're just
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
to
because
boost
there's
the
no
people
real
you follow.
algorithm on it on Twitch.
Yeah, but it's not,
Like-
Twitch isn't going to recommend you different shit because you happen to sub to somebody.
And it's
Like I've
also
been using Blue Sky and Mastodon lately, and they're both algorithmless. There's no like main algorithm that basically shoves things in your face. It's all chronological based, and it's all based on who you follow and who posts things and who sends it out to you. And there is some other stuff, but it basically just sends like a fire hose at you if you don't really specify anything.
Mhm.
And because they're algorithmless, yeah, it doesn't matter like what you repost, what you do as far as that's concerned. They're not going to they're not going it's not going to affect the algorithm at all, because all you see is basically who you follow. And you have a much finer view of how you control it. And right, something like that on YouTube where you're like, if I hit subscribe, then I'm gonna turn my entire feed into videos of marble runs, and who wants to do that?
But it also hurts the person that you subscribe to, because if it's like, oh, I'm subscribed to this person, but each video that you put out and that you don't click into, YouTube's going to learn. It's like, okay, well, you're not really liking this person's content anymore, so we're not going to feed it out too much.
Yeah. Like there's a certain niceness about actually getting out of the algorithm and being like, no, I just show me what they post, show me everything they post, show me everything that I and you don't have to show me anything else. Like, because I'll go searching for it if I want to see it.
Yeah. No, so I'm just saying, like legitimately, I think getting YouTube subs can be. I think that's why it's more problematic.
Well, it's like right now,
they're not as free with their click, right? Because it's going to affect them. It's going to affect what they see every day. Not just like, oh, well, I want to see your stuff, but it's like, well, no, it's affecting my algorithm. It's affecting my feed. I like my feed the way it is. I'm not clicking your button.
Yeah, my feed is important to me. Yeah.
Well, it's like I'm also during this whole month. I was doing like putting out vertical every other day for past couple months. So I was like, it's just looking at my feed, or not my feed, but my analytics is like, oh, pretty much I get a whole bunch of views on the shorts, but my long form stuff is kind of getting pushed down. So I was like, okay, that means this for the next month does not put anything out, and I'm back to where I was in between the 30 to 60 range of views for every 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's like everything was just all shorts. And it's like I'm not getting any kind of like feedback from people, but.
And shorts is like the thing now. I noticed that with we're starting to watch the National League Division Series and the National League Championship Series, and because we're watching so much more baseball because our favorite team is in the postseason, suddenly our algorithms are filled with baseball stuff now. And it's like, right, all the shorts, all of this, all of that, that's all baseball stuff now. And it's like, yeah, I like it, but I also like, the stuff that I've liked all along. Like,
Show me some more of that.
Yeah, can we just go back to that? So also, if you're here and you're paying attention and you want a Blue Sky code, just go ahead and ask, because I've got some to spare, and I'm sure we've all got some to spare at this point.
I think I got like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
I'm starting to hoard them now.
Yeah. At first, it was like, here, you have one, 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 and I started just giving them away. And it's like every single time I got a new one, I immediately gave it away. But after, like, now I've had them for a while, I'm like, yeah, like no one I know is clamoring anymore. So
yeah, all the Discord stuff I man, it's like not really many people are asking for codes anymore. I'm like, okay,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I still never got an email saying, "Hell, hey, you want to join the Blue Sky?" It's like, here's your code. I'm like, nope,
Nope.
never got that email.
So, just saying. If you need one, go ahead and ask. If you don't, also cool. I'll just keep hoarding them.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple other people. I was like, yeah, a lot of people, other people that have been part of Blue Sky since the beginning, they have like hundreds of invites just because they just don't give them out.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see
So,
that.
okay. So I guess that's news as well, that the creator program is now a little easier on the
Well,
requirements.
that's good to know.
Yeah, I hate to be like, oh, we totally helped with that. They listened to our they listened to our Twitch cast. They were like, maybe it is a little tough.
Say, oh yes, Andy or Nicole or whoever came into the work the next day and says, guys, we need to fix this because the guys over on the 0 Point Report, they're talking about this.
Oh my gosh.
Did you hear what they said?
I mean, to be fair, I do think what we say is a little valuable anyway.
Yeah, don't they?
I do think our
it was a
opinions
fair assessment.
are okay.
I think it was a fair assessment. I don't know
Yes.
that anyone heard it from us. But
Don't they know who we are?
But it's fair to say they probably heard it from other places as well, right?
Yes. Yeah,
No.
It probably wasn't just us. They were like, yeah, they said it here, but they're also saying it over here and over here and over here.
They probably
and
had
over here.
some
I'm sure-
other creators that were like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
I'm
Yeah.
sure Vollmer
What?
said something.
Bomber kicked down the door,
They're going in like, excuse me.
threw down the papers. What the shit is this?
who I am.
I run TSWDB. And this is not going to cut it.
I am the bird of the 0 Point pathogen.
Do better.
And then they said, "Smoke bomb."
Escape.
That's what we picture. We picture, Farmer going in there and then being like, ah! Running away. I gotta go to Vegas. Sorry. Flickers away.
It turns into a big pathogen bird, but with a floating head.
Why do they have a floating head in the middle of their body? Because that's just how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it does, right?
Yeah, that's right. Without that.
Oh no, Vollmer, we saw it. Everyone saw it.
Yeah, everyone saw that you had eaten your own head as a bird. Which is frankly a little weird. But
It was on stream.
you do you.
I'm sure we can go back to the records, roll the tape.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh no, I was Ouroboros bird. No, Ouroborbid.
Ouroboros.
There's no burb in there though. It's Ouroboros.
For some reason, I saw burb.
No, it's Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
I'm going to call you Bob.
My brain just saw the word borb. Clipped.
Nice.
Burb was intended. Okay, I thought it was. It felt like it was.
It was in there somewhere,
Or a burb.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
Or a
did you
borb.
mean for that?
Yeah,
did
or
you
a-
mean for
or
the
a burb.
second to last R to be a B? Because
No. See, when you get to RB, it's silent.
there's no there is no R next to a B.
Yeah,
You
there is.
cracked me.
Look,
Where?
right in the middle there, just towards the end. RIRB.
You said
If
the
you
middle
got
and then the
if-
end. I would
If
like
you get
to
an R
rephrase
and a
your
B,
directions.
they're silent. Come on, don't you have to go back to school?
No,
Do I have any
sorry.
drink left?
You need that for the last part of the verb. See, like that. That's what I
Yes,
said.
there we go.
There we go.
That's literally what I said. That the
Yeah.
second to last R should have been a B,
No.
and then you came up with some weird bullshit that made no sense at all.
It makes perfect sense.
verb.
Yes, Ouroboros burbed.
No, because the reason it didn't make sense, Waffle, is because the even in going with what you said, it would just be like the B was silent, just say red. you need the first part, and then it ends in herbed. That's what verbed, right? You were trying to make the last part somehow the first part with no last part. I don't know what the fuck you were doing.
We've gone off the rails. It's fine.
I will die on this Ouroboros burbed hill.
No, that's what I said. Like, I felt like it was
actually a good
meant
clip.
to happen. It meant to happen. I felt the spirit of it there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to clip that myself. I will die on this Ouroboros burbed hill. That's a good one.
Add that as a
I need
quote.
that like on a soundboard.
I say the last piece of news I have though is oh, Scratch clipped it. It's not gonna let us see it. Boozoo.
Why is it even blocking Twitch clips
Blocking
too?
links.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I thought-
I get why.
You normally see that.
The last piece of news we had was that Funcom released a 30th anniversary video. They said this year we celebrate 30 years of building amazing worlds and experiences. To all players who joined us along the way, thank you. And they have their 30th anniversary video up on YouTube, and it goes through all the different games that Funcom has made over the years. Which they made some really interesting ones in the beginning.
As opposed to now.
That's right. I want to say they made like I think they really started to come into their own with Longest Journey.
There's no verb in there though. It's all
For some reason I saw burb.
Here.
Oh no, I was Ouroboros bird. No, Ouroborbid.
Ouroboros.
Ouroboribid.
The clip is still going. Holy shit!
I restarted
Verb
it.
in there though. It's okay.
For some reason I saw burb.
All right, that's going to be featured.
Featured clip.
Let's see, in the video they have they're talking to Rue. They've got Joe Bilos in there. They've got Natasha in there. Waiting for where they start going over the actual games they had.
Long
A
history of games.
Dinosaur's Tale, Days Before Christmas, Casper, Dragonheart, Nightmare Circus, Disney's Pocahontas, Impact Racing, Speed Freaks, Championship Motocross, and then Longest Journey. Longest Journey is, I think, was one of the first ones that they had that was like a big hit. Anyway. No Escape, Anarchy Online. More Anarchy Online. Dreamfall, Longest Journey, Age of Conan, My Kingdom. My Kingdom looks like a cell phone game. Pets vs. Monsters, Chess Attack. Then Secret World, The Park, Lego Minifigures Online, Hide and Shriek, Secret World Legends, Conan Exiles, Mutant Year Zero, Conan Unconquered, Moons of Madness, more Conan Exiles, Conan Chop Chop, of course, Metal Hellsinger, and Dune Spice Wars, and then Dune Awakening on the way. Oh no, you crashed.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Game crash. That's right.
It doesn't happen, sir.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. Crashes.
Actually, it did crash that time.
But yeah, those are all the games under Funcom's profile. Lego minifigures online. I was saying when you talk about like making stuff into shapes in games, I think that's the one that broke them. Was Lego minifigures online. Never crash. What are you saying? Never crash. I don't know what you're talking about.
Perfectly optimized.
I don't know what you're talking about. It is a perfectly balanced game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Lego minifigures online. That's the game that really made them gun shy because one of the reasons why they basically had to shut that game down. And Funcom is not known for shutting games down, like ever. But Lego minifigures online was a game that they had to shut down because the moderation on it was just too much for them to handle.
Too many Lego dicks.
Because people
Pretty
kept
much.
making dicks out of Legos. Yeah. And they're like, we can't advertise this game to kids and have so many dicks everywhere. So that is a game that they did shut down, was Lego minifigures online. That's a shame. Because I never got to play that one. I like that one of the minifigures you could start out with had a bee outfit. Oh, nice. I would say because I think it came out after Secret World's release. Right?
Yeah, it was.
$2014. Yeah. This says October 29th, 2014, and then the wiki says June 2015. I don't know. Initial release, it says 2014. Right, so that would put it after Secret World's release. That would be in the time period when they were doing, when they were basically releasing, Tokyo.
Was it during that time? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so long ago.
They released Lego minifigures online, and then they released Nightmare in the Dream Palace. There you go.
Yeah, because I think most of what was going on at the time is like, oh, they're spending all their time on Legos, on the game Legos. They're not going to be doing Tokyo. That's why it's taking so long.
Well, they've been working on Tokyo since before the game launched.
Well, I'm saying that's what a lot of the people in the community were
Oh yeah,
bitching about.
I mean it
For
was
some reason,
original.
I don't remember them bitching about saying like, "Oh, the reason is Legos. That's
No,
why."
actually, that actually sounds familiar.
Does
Yeah,
it?
because you're
Yeah.
taking so many people away from Secret World.
I remember them saying that about Conan Exiles, and that was pretty
No,
much
I
true.
like I
But
was really new then. I think
okay,
I still remember hearing about like, oh, Legos fucking ass, Legos
Stealing
fucking
dev
ass in the
time.
ass. Also, again, this is gonna sound
fucking
super
Lego.
strange on my VOD without any of the context. Me just saying Legos fucking us in the ass out of nowhere. No idea what it's about.
Randomness.
Yeah, they say that about every game. The other thing is that, excuse me. I mean, sometimes they're right. I mean, studios do move devs around to work on different products. It's not like it isn't true.
Yeah, but I think in the Tokyo case, again, Tokyo had been.
Yeah. It's just hoping, like, hey, guys, you got this thing that you wanted out, and it's Tokyo. You could just,
Yeah, the
work
problem.
on
Well, even when
that.
Tokyo came out, it wasn't done. Like it took them many iterations after they released Tokyo for it to be like what Tokyo is now.
Yeah.
It was super dead. It wasn't nearly as filled out. Like it didn't have as many missions.
No.
There wasn't like the same number of decorations. Like the filth on the road like wasn't there. Yeah, it was just a
Now
lot more barren.
Now it's
When
a
it
very
first
fleshed
released.
out zone, and it's easily one of my top zones in like any
Oh,
MMO.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super good. I'm just saying, like, even when they finally got it out, it's not like it came out and was like,
No.
you know, like even when they finally pushed it out and they're like, "Fuck it, we have to get it out." Like, it still wasn't what it is today. Um, and
Like it
again, they've
was.
been working on it. They've been working on Tokyo since like 2010 or something,
Yeah.
or
It was issue
maybe earlier.
9 was Black Signal. I think was the opening of Tokyo.
It was also originally intended to be the first zone, and they're like, "We're never going to release the fucking game if this is the first."
Yeah. And they instead were like, nope, your first zone is going to be New England. And people were still like, no, this is a fucking awesome zone.
Actually, so the other thing that could have possibly been the starting area was the park.
Well,
That was
Okay.
like legitimately like that part of Savage Coast, like the park. That was also
Okay.
discussed as like a your first starting area.
Okay. I can see that too.
I wonder if they went with Kingsmith partially because of like the Polaris tie-in. Like Polaris was like their flagship dungeon, right?
The park
Like-
in Kaiden? No. No, the park as in Savage Coast.
No, the park. I'm saying the park. The park in Savage Coast was also up for being like your first zone, as opposed to like.
but what
Like,
if?
it'd be a very different park, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Genpachi Park? Hmm?
I'm not saying it wouldn't have been cool. It just wouldn't be the same.
Yeah. So maybe because they had Polaris done. Because right,
Polaris
Savage Coast.
like was in a bunch of footage. Like I think they demoed Polaris. It's their most like cinematically, story wise, like just polished. Like Polaris is super polished. It was like their demo. It was like their
And they
demo
sort of
reel.
wanted players to be like,
put a
this
lot
is
of-
the first dungeon that people should really experience.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
I kind of think maybe that's part of what led them into being like, okay, well, we'll do Kingsmith as the first zone because one, you have like that main zombie kind of feel, right? Like that's like
Yeah.
classic zombie stuff, and then two, like you're done. I'm gonna say like your main dungeon is like right there, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I think Bilos talked about this at some point on like a stream or something. About which zones or like what other things they floated as far as starting, because it was supposed to be Tokyo, like which if you think about it, like makes sense, right? It's the thing that happens originally. Like the 3 characters you don't see until the fucking raid, right? Like
Yep.
like the whole subway shit, right? Like originally that's where you would start.
Yeah.
The bomb has gone off, like that's where you would start. And then instead they did like the intro, right, as like the dream sequence or whatever, and then you eventually get to where that thing has happened. Like you ramp up to it. But originally that was just like this, that was supposed to be like the start of the game.
I wonder if that was just more of also a because that also seemed to almost be a trend at the time. Because that also happened in like Star Trek Online too, where it's like, oh, you start off and you initially saw yourself as like fighting against the Borg in like one of the final confrontations, basically in like one of the final zones, and then it ramped you back as being like, nope, that's a future, that's a future that hasn't happened yet. And it's like you like meet yourself from the future as someone who has already was going through that fight and being like, no, you have to go back and blah 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 blah.
What I
like
believe,
so it's like sort of show players the
there's
end
certainly,
game
yeah,
sort of situation.
there certainly is stuff for that, but I believe at least what was stated in like the interview or whatever was like no, originally the plan was Tokyo's where you start.
Yeah.
Like that's how the game was. Like, all right, the bomb goes off in Tokyo. These are your character. These are the main characters, like the main NPCs. Like you start there, and then it was changed not because of like a story. Like they worked it in, right. I think they did a really good job, and like you're pointing out, there's other games that have done it as well.
Yeah.
But from what I remember the interview, it was changed purely because like Tokyo was just not going to be ready. Like making a city feel like it's even a dead city, right? Even a city that's been infected, making it feel not just like empty and not just like a shell, but making a whole city and populating it with like art assets and things and all that shit. Like it was just taking so much time. They were like, look, this isn't gonna work. We have to be out the door, like in a year, not in 5. So
yeah.
like so legitimately it came down to like, well, this was originally how we wanted it to be. We need to get the game out, and this can't be the first zone purely because of like not creative, but like essentially manpower. Like it's just gonna take too much time to do this. Now what didn't help, right, is like right after they launched, because you would think like, oh, they launched the game, you start in Kingsmith, but surely they'll be like still cranking on Kaiden, right? And then like as soon as they launched, they laid off like 3/4 of the people or something. So
yeah.
And then of course, like, well, now Kaiden was getting made slow by hundreds of people. It was taking forever. It's certainly going to take even longer when you've just taken the team down to a skeletal amount. So that was kind of a double hit there. But honestly, I think it worked out. Except like you said, like there's that thing where you see where you're going to end up, and then you like come back to, and then like it actually gives you something to progress towards, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't know the in between, but you're like, oh man, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to the thing in the beginning eventually, right? So like I think it does work.
Yeah, that was sort of a thing at the time. Yeah, absolutely. So it's like, maybe they were like, we're intended this way, but if we do it this way, it won't be that bad.
Yeah, but they said the other spot they thought of was like the Nathaniel Winter stuff. Like that would have been like a cool, like your character starts like with the park atmosphere, which I definitely could see as being cool because it does have a very like specific style,
Yeah.
right? Like
Sort of like you start in this like rundown theme park, essentially. It's like it's a cool setting.
yeah, it's very it's and then but yeah they opted for the Stephen King setting with a little bit of HP Lovecraft. And again,
But even still,
I still
is
I also think Polaris had something to do with it as well. I was like, you know what,
I agree.
this is gonna make it makes sense to put our best foot forwards here.
Like let's start off characters with basically some of the coolest shit we have.
I gained 2 item power tonight. Woohoo! Man, it gets slower going the higher up you get. That's for sure. Oh, did the portal just open?
Yes, portal's open.
Or maybe it didn't just open. It's kind of spacing out.
It opened a minute ago. I'll say this will be our last one for the historical laughter is going on. Oh no, I'm too late. Oh no,
Did you jump into it?
no, I'm good.
But yeah, the hysterical laughter. If you're up here, like on the branch, it's fine.
I don't know about the branch. I know about the sides. That if you like go slightly over the sides, you're generally safe there. So yeah, there's like a height. Oh no! Got me with the
You
laughing.
laughing? Every once in a while, I can't see the AOE like at all, and so it gets me. But for the most part, I usually don't get hit by that shit.
Yeah. Oh, and I saw a little too late.
But yeah, there's so many goddamn like effects. Can't see it. It feels worse. I feel like it didn't always feel this bad on Jack.
Turning the game into like Final Fantasy or something. Oof, I'm getting a bit of a
It's all the
slide
old
right now.
players returning because you can see the Revenant weapons going off. New players don't have Revenant weapons. Oh man, I finally got a Sovtech sword on Jimmy.
Nice.
I was trying to get that for fucking ever. Or sorry, the correct Sovtech sword, because you need this right suffix. I should have specified. I had a Sovtech like placeholder I was leveling, but it was not. It was not.
It wasn't the
one.
right one.
It wasn't the one I was going to make legendary, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but that's how broken that build is, though. Like with just max mythic of the right two weapons, I was like bashing through E17 content with just max mythic weapons, with like all the wrong, well, half the wrong signets, right? And like still just obliterating shit. Bomber's gonna turn into a pumpkin.
Ooh.
Good night, Bomber.
Have a
Hey,
good night,
Bomber.
Bomber. Yeah, we're not going to be that much longer either, I don't think.
Yeah.
But to get one
I mean,
last jack in.
you know, jack out.
Jack, jack in.
Closing out the show with the jack.
What game is
Yep.
that?
Yeah.
Mega Man something. Jack in.
I don't know what the hell you're saying.
Let's see if I get anything good. What I get this time? Tombstone backpack pink. No, wasn't that there already there before? No, those were already there before. Never mind. Tombstone backpack gray. I already had it. And Bloody Wolf. Also already have. Mega Man Battle Network. Yes, that's the one. It's like a Mega Man RPG, essentially. Or like a card sort of system. Based off of cartoon. Something. I don't know.
Some thingamabob.
Something like that.
Yeah.
There we go. So, all right, now saying, it's getting new stuff. Nope, tonight. Nine things, none of them new. That's all right.
I mean, that makes sense. You probably should have everything by now.
Yeah. That's why I was so surprised when it was like 2 things were new. I was like, what? What? How did I get those? How did I miss those this entire time? Here. Janet.
Oh, they're going into the
Don't run it.
Wow. You just have that effect on people, huh? They're just like, let me get away. I'll go into this scary forest portal to get away.
Yeah. This guy just ran up to me. No, thank you.
Run away.
I want to give you a pet. I want to give
Yeah, that
you a
doesn't sound
pet.
creepy or anything.
You. Sacred Fire. I just clicked meet up on him. No, never mind. Trade. That's what I want to do. Trade. Have a bloody wolf. It's cute. Nope. I met up on him, so it's accepted. It took a while to accept.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm an Agartha. I was literally standing right next to him. I was gonna be like, "Who's this guy? Why does he want to meet up on me?" He's running towards the portal.
Meeting up on me when he's next.
He's running into the portal too. God damn it!
I'm telling you, people see you and they just have to run into like a scary tree portal.
After I met up on him too. Just.
I mean, yeah. I mean, wouldn't you?
Trade was aborted. No, take my goddamn wolf.
Don't want your wolf.
I'll. Would you like a
Pet?
bloody wolf pet?
That sounds bad.
Hello. Would you like a bloody wolf pet? I'm just a friendly neighborhood pirate. It's all good. Nope, there you go. It's fine.
What kind of pirate says it's all good?
It's all good.
It's all good.
Arr, matey. It's all good.
I give you
90s.
bloody wolf pet.
90s pirate. Nope, they're gone.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, one more person here.
I'm just going to take every single person in Agartha.
They're just going to chase them all into a portal?
I'm just going to chase every single person I can find in Agartha until someone takes my goddamn wolf.
Oh, I think it was something about Mary. It's like, have you seen my Weta?
Take a wolf. Yes, thank you. Rysteld from Faust Capital Corporation Guild. Awesome. Cheers.
Finally got rid of your bloody wolf pet.
They took it. Took it gladly too. It's like I put in the trade, and they just immediately accepted the trade, whatever it was. They're like, I don't even care. I'll take whatever you have to give me.
Yeah, that's Tom. He's in my chat.
Nice.
He was in I think he was in like the last wave of the closed beta stuff. We were testing like E17 things.
Oh, okay. So he certainly doesn't need the wolf pet, but he took it anyway.
He was in
much appreciated.
He was in Faust. Faust got the first New York Rady 10 clear when it was still bugged.
Okay. Rock on. He's just like, yeah, I'll take whatever you got. I'll take any wolf. There you go. Have a wolf. It's fine. It's all good.
Also helped with the second E10. I don't know what that means. Also helped with the first/second E10. I already said the first. Or do you mean like my first? Yeah, I know. Or you just were in the group for it. Gotcha. You specifically were in the group for it. Yeah. I assumed as much. Probably doing a handstand at the fucking lurker instead of what you're supposed to be doing.
Seems fine to me.
That's what I mostly remember. You had downtime as a tank? Yeah, but not headstand downtime.
You don't have headstand time.
What are you doing with your life?
I'm pretty sure I saw like I can't remember if you died to a fist or if you just or if you managed to survive it. But I'm pretty sure I saw you do a handstand or a headstand and then get hit by a fist while doing it. I'm
doing a headstand and get fisted.
It happens.
Only in New York, right?
Let's see.
I would get fisted the normal way.
Tell us. Yes, how would you get fisted?
Yes.
You stand where on the next to where the outline is, and it hits you anyways because the fucking lines are wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there like a stance you need?
There is a specific. It's the fist that comes down to the side of the melee buff circle person to the right, and I would always be clear of the lines, like on video, not like a little bit, like a lot clear of the line. But that fist was way off, and I would always forget, to the point that everyone in the Cabal called it getting Jimmy fisted. Like that's how often I got hit by that fist.
Nice.
So you're a magnet of fisting?
It was that specific fist. Now
known for it. I
will say that fist has been moved since the rebalance. When they did the rebalance, Nervell looked at that, and it was in fact like way off.
Okay.
And they did move the fist line.
Nice.
Though it still hits outside of its new line, just not as far.
So they nerfed a little bit of their fisting.
Yeah. It's a nerf fist.
Yeah, it's a nerf fist. Yeah,
softer, can handle a nerf
more gentler.
Fist is bigger than it looks. Actually, the weird part about the fists is that they come in at an angle. They're not straight. And I know how that sounds. And that was
that's what
I took that as a bonus, but it's actually true. Like from the top down view of the raid, you can see exactly how not straight those are. When you're playing the game at the level you can see them at, they appear to be like ruler straight.
Right.
But when you look at it from top down, you can see the lurker's actually bringing his fist down like at an angle, and they're literally.
Oh.
I mean, the column itself is a column, right? But it's not. It's not like north south. It actually is angled.
Okay. But from the player's perspective, usual perspective,
From
right,
your
you see it.
perspective, it's very hard to tell that.
Yeah.
You just see a column AoE, and you step left or right of it. You can't see the scale really to see like how like kind of diagonal it is. It looks fairly straight from your perspective.
That's cool.
But yeah, that was something I noticed in the top down that I never had noticed doing raids like all the time, right? That like, oh, actually those are and I will say there is actually, it does explain the fist waves, because the fist waves always like seem to arc out. But that makes a lot more sense now, because the fist column is actually at an angle. So when the fist wave comes out of that, it continues on that trajectory. And as it continues across the map, it's a longer line, so you can see how diagonal it goes. And I was always like, oh, these things curve. Nothing really curves in the game. But the fist waves curve. Well, actually, the fist itself is at an angle. It's just that the angle is more noticeable the longer the thing goes.
Distance you're out from it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So it kind of explained like why certain fists, that when they come down, seem to shoot fist waves like off at an angle. It's because they are at an angle. So
Look at that. We started off with a joke, and we made it to actual Secret World knowledge. Fantastic. That's how we roll here.
And that is my factoid of the night. Good night, everybody.
The fist is angled. Have a good night, everybody. Agents, this has been the 0 Point Report.
That's what we're ending on. The fist is angled.
Oh yeah.
At this
Everybody
point,
enjoy the fist.
I like this character. Their first name is first name, and their last name is last name. But their nickname is Shruggernaut.
If I had a wolf to give them, I would try to give them a wolf.
They would just shrug it off because they're Shruggernaut.
They would, most likely. Agents, this has been the 0 Point Report, strain 85-TTD. You can catch us recording live every first and Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on the 0 Point Report Twitch channel, where you could also join us and chat with us while we do our show live. Or download our show wherever podcasts are found so you can listen to us on the go. Jimmy, where can we find you online?
Linktree/Jimmy the Rabbit for like the 5 billion links to find me at.
That's right. We're going to do this again. Waffle, where can we find you at?
TwoToneWaffle.com. Short, sweet, to the point.
Oh, okay. All right. Thought you had like link.
Oh yeah, link. Well, I have direct to that, but.
And I'm Ocho, and you can find me here on Twitch, Blue Sky, Mastodon. I also keep up a Linktree/Big Mikey Ocho. You can get in touch with us by engaging with the show on Twitter at 0 Point Report, checking out previous shows on our YouTube channel, and joining us on our Discord server, both named the 0 Point Report, or you can also just poke us individually. It's all good. From all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the secret world. Have a great night. We'll see you next time, which is going to be next week, and we're going to be playing some Hide and Shriek. Come, join us. Hide, shriek with us. It's going to be fun. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.